Well, I said we were going live.
I got the notification we're live.
Yep, we're live.
Okay, we've obviously got about a 30-second delay, so
Well, that's good. That less people buffering.
yeah. Alrighty. So can everybody hear us before we get too deep into this?
Let me mute myself and let me see.
Okay.
Yep, they can hear us.
Okay. All right. So everybody, welcome back. All you Raiders, welcome back to the Frazier Raiders live chat. The guests tonight are Michael Fines, and we have Jeremy Gunslinger. And at some point tonight, I think Dustin Weiniger is going to join us. I know he said he was going to try to be here. I sent him a link. If he shows, he shows. Yeah, that's who we've got tonight. Thought about inviting Santee, but I don't think he's available most Wednesday nights. So we'll have to do a special live chat on a Friday something so we can get him back on.
Yeah.
But look, chat's been pretty lively here. We've been watching it here for the last couple minutes. So it looks like we've got quite a few people watching here tonight. A couple of names here that I haven't seen or I don't remember. But anyway, it looks like most people are saying howdy. There was one in there I was going to read off. Ray Land says, hi to all, and I have 2 Rogers and Spencer 44 cal. You are very lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm.
Very nice pistols.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. I want catalog coming today.
Squib load. Yeah, we are live. Which it's 8 o'clock. We was right on the dime here, according to my computer. As soon as it said 8 o'clock, I hit the button to start broadcasting. So
Yeah, that's weird for us. Oh.
yeah, usually we're like 5 minutes early or 5 minutes late, one of the two.
Yeah. Well, I got this thing from Midway today. And look at what the first thing was that it says. As soon as I open it up.
Got mine yesterday.
I haven't got mine yet, or else I didn't look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Well, your birdie
page. They're having a sale on all cap and ball, black powder.
Sweet.
All the birdies. They're having a sale on all you birdies, 40 to 80 bucks.
They do that every year, just about the time of the 4th of July, and I think they run it through the month of July.
Yeah. And then also, as I went in here, I was just kind of looking here. They've also having a sale on the Traditions Hawkins style rifles. I won't say style because they're not. There's been debates on that.
Oh, they are so far away from an original style Hawken, it ain't even funny.
Yeah, but I mean, they're might as well say $30 for.
It's a good budget gun, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then especially if it's a kit,
right.
You get a little bit more familiar with the gun itself.
How to take it.
So yeah, I'd say for somebody who's just getting started in black powder that's not real sure if they really want to get into it, if they're going to like it or not. Most people, when the first time you fire that shot, you're going to be like, oh man, that was awesome.
Did you see? Did y'all see Eagle Eye's video? Where he shot the Eagle Eye shootings? He got to take out a Henry Martini today.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I seen that. I was going to watch that later tomorrow.
Yeah, West Covina Dodge went out. West Covina Dodge is in California, and I believe Eagle Eye Shooting is in Nevada. And
yeah.
He's not too far. I think he said he's like maybe 2 or 3 hours from him. So he drove out there and they met up and because I guess where Eagle Eye where he lives, he can drive like 10 minutes into the desert, and he's already got like a kind of a little shooting range out in the desert set up. That's like a public range. He shares it with people that live in his community. And so West Covina Dodge went out there, and he took a couple Martini Henrys out with him, and a few other guns and rifles, and they looked like they had a lot of fun.
Wish he'd come out here and shoot these martinis with me. I'd love to shoot one of them.
Me too.
Yeah.
357 Bullfrog says, "Howdy, we're glad to have you." 357. You haven't been on the live chat in the last couple ones, have you? 357. Anyway, we're glad to have you here. Oh, and Jeremy, can you do me a favor? Bings, I ain't figured out how to get onto my old channel and post links and stuff while I'm doing the live chat. Could you head over and post a link on that announcement video for me? I appreciate it, man.
Gotcha. Okay, here. Nope, wrong one. I'll put it.
I need to two computers running at the same time.
I can do a lot of stuff on my phone because of YouTube Studio and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
less than 300 for the two.
Uh-oh, I got a new voicemail, so I'm guessing my mom's probably mad at me. Uh-oh.
All right, back to this one. There.
So hopefully within about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at the most, I should have my Rossi 92
Nice.
in 44 mag.
I may or may not be getting 44 mag and lever gun. Not lever gun, wheel gun.
I don't know. I'm not a real fan of Winchesters after the 76. That's the Model 94. I love the 94, but the 92, the 86, they don't appeal to me. I don't know.
I want the one. What's the one that takes stripper clips out and takes the gun around?
95. Now that is one I would want to have.
Yeah, that just looks like an interesting concept. I don't know why, but it just I want it, but I can't find anybody that does a reproduction of it.
Yeah, they don't make a reproduction. You'd have to buy an original.
Oh, hey, those things are gonna cost me. That's gonna cost me a testicle there.
They are complex, and they've got a long. The one downside to them is I had a chance to handle one. I didn't get a chance to shoot it. I wished I could have, but they've got a really long lever throw because you got to drop the block so far down to get the way the action is.
Oh, I bet.
80 to that 87 shotgun, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's such a bitch. You got a long throw too.
Mike Bellevue's video on it popped up today on my recommended viewing, and I had seen it already, but I watched it again, and yeah, he was struggling a bit.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you got.
If you got short arms, it's. I'll turn this so you can see it better. If you got short arms,
really push it out there.
Yeah, and I tell you, I was doing that with a hammer cocked. When it's not cocked, it's even more
stiffer
because it does not want to close. That's why this is actually a copy of the 1901 because it's got the hinged lever, and that prevents it flying back open when it's cocked. So watch when all I got to do is touch that to where it lets go.
Yeah.
That spring in there that runs a hammer is that powerful. I don't know if I can stop putting my finger. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the 87, this one cocked on the close. So right here, this little notch here, this is the half cock. This is the sear, full cock sear. And I discovered if you don't want to close this and have it full cocked, what you do is when the trigger gets, or when the hammer gets right about there on the trigger, you go ahead and you pull that trigger down and you close it. And when the trigger starts going in the lever, then the hammer is all the way down. But this is not one you want to carry with around in the chamber because manipulating that hammer safely is impossible.
Yep.
Plus, once that hammer is down, the only way to cock it is do the lever. You cannot cock it with your thumb.
Unless it's a spent shell, maybe.
Well, yeah, you can leave a spent shell in there, but I wouldn't leave a live one.
Yeah. Oh, Michael.
Yep.
This is what I've been making with some of that leather you've sent me.
Cool.
It's for holding cigars or cigarettes. This one's for cigarettes.
Nice.
Yeah. You may or may not be getting one of these. I've got a bunch of them. Literally, dude, I've got 2 more over here to be made. I've made like 6 of them already. And made one for my boss, a coworker, my mother, myself. This is actually mine because this is the first one I made, and it looks like crap.
Lever 5110 has gone
to be able to cock it is kind of hold the trigger back a little bit, then take your offhand and push it down, and then it'll lock in. Something about the trigger and the lineup isn't quite right on it. Okay, I must be lagging because I just realized I cut off Michael there.
Well,
Lever Guns 5110 has joined us.
hey, 5110. I wish one of us had his stuff so we could ask him to join.
Who's that?
Lever Guns 51. Well, he used to go 5110. Now it's just Lever Guns 50. He's got a lot of lever gun. I found he subscribed to me, and I'm like,
I think I'm subscribed to him, but I don't remember if I've watched any of his videos or not. I'll have to look up here and see.
Yeah, definitely check him out. He was the one I was telling you. He did a video on the PW87, and he showed some of the slight modifications that he made on it to make it run a little smoother.
The which one?
On that shotgun that you got, that PW87.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have watched his videos. Let me look. I gotta look up.
yeah. The way I found him is that he subscribed to my channel, and then I found his channel, and then it's that's how I found his channel. I don't even remember. I liked a lot of the stuff he was doing. I watched like 10 videos before I subbed back to him.
Well, I thought I was subbed to him, but I guess I wasn't. I'm subbed now.
Yeah, but he does a lot of stuff. I've shot one of my friends got a 4570 Sharps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then got it chambered to a local gunsmith of ours that we both use. And got it rechambered for $45.95.
Wow.
Yeah, he's having to custom make. He couldn't find any $45.95 brass, so he's having to custom make his own brass. He's taking, I think he took something. I can't remember what it was, but he nipped a little bit off of it, and then annealed and sized it to where it needed to be, and just kept trimming into it fat. And it, shot it the day after he got all of it worked up and everything. 95 grains of 3FG has some kick. My left arm was numb.
Yeah, I imagine.
I mean,
Yeah, I can't wait to get my 5095 out. I believe maybe next weekend I'm going to try to get out. I wanted to get out this past weekend, Dad's birthday, so I ended up just staying home. But I believe the biggest sharps they made was 45 120 in the 45 caliber, and I believe
Yes.
you can find a sharp. I think it's called the Sharp Special in 5110.
I think the Quigley was in.
110 was the most common.
So
I
what's that?
think
I must be lagging because I keep interrupting you guys.
it's okay. I think the Quigley rifle wasn't it 45 110, not 45 120.
Yeah, his was 110. And 10 grains of difference in that barrel, I mean, you're just wasting powder. The 45 110 will do everything the 120 does.
Yeah, but also his was the full length infantry rifle size, not the carbine. He got the carbine and had it chambered to that big cartridge.
Well, technically in the Quigley movie, it's supposed to be like just post Civil War, so the transition from paper to cartridges, and he's got a 60 or a 74, which is actually a 69 if I remember right. Came out in 69 or 71. I can't remember. I'd have to look that up again. But anyway, yeah, the movie, the timeline's a little bit screwed on, but yeah, his is a carbine that was rebarreled to a full length rifle.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I'm like, well, it's after the Civil War. It never really says how long after the Civil War.
Yeah, it's a transition period, so somewhere between 1865 and 69.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken,
Everybody using the old black powder. Quigley's the only one with a cartridge.
yeah, I saw a. Trapper Paul just asked, "Do you have the 1849 pocket still?"
Not here, but yes, I have it.
I have a question. Could like one of the pocket guns take like one of the Taylors and Company's cartridge conversions, like
Yeah,
this
they
one?
made a 32 ACP cartridge conversion for him.
Okay. Well, my mother was thinking about getting a Navy that like one of the smaller pocket model navies,
Yeah.
and getting a cartridge cylinder for that, just for something she could carry 5 in to have like 38 special in, something like a kind of little muff gun, as you would call
By
it.
the time you buy the black powder gun and then buy the conversion cylinder, you might as well go buy the cartridge gun already made.
There's, she's looking at one right now, and I'm sitting at a pawn shop like $75.
You know, if you're going to carry one for self-defense, get a semi-automatic, any semi-automatic.
She doesn't trust. She doesn't. Her hand right in here is swollen up because of our arthritis, so she can't. The slide catches it every time, so she has to use a wheel gun.
EAA makes a 357 Magnum, like kind of snubby. I believe it's a 3-inch barrel, called the Vindicator or Vindicator. You know, with a W. And you can get that for about $300.
I think Taurus makes a decent revolver for that same price point.
She wants one because it looks. She liked mine, but then the ex got it because I was going to give it to her because she wanted to go out black powder hunting for squirrels and stuff, and then all that BS. And my 44 is too much for her.
Wow. Trapper Paul says, "What do you think about it?" I was thinking about picking one up. The 49 pocket, they're a pain in the butt for several reasons. One, you got to get them tuned because when they come out of the box, I mean, it doesn't matter what day of the week is made. All the 49s are really rough when they come right out of the box. So you got to spend some time cleaning them up to get them to work right. Mine's still ain't right. But the biggest pain in the butt is the mainspring is 2 weeks, so they're really susceptible to a cap blowback, not just a jam, just blowback. The cap will actually blow back past the hammer and way down into the action. And they don't make a set of slick shots for them. It doesn't matter if you polish the hammer face or not, because, like I said, the cap's not getting sucked back; it's getting blown back. So unless you can find an aftermarket, and I was told Trackable Wolf had them for that model, I haven't found them yet. Unless you get a good aftermarket nipple that has a smaller touch hole through it, um, they're really pain and really hard to use. I don't shoot mine hardly anymore because it's just a pain in the butt.
Oh, did you see that video I tagged you on Facebook where that dude took a Navy out with like those little kid caps?
Yeah, I seen that. I did see that.
I was wondering if that would actually work. I mean, he showed off it working, but he never actually showed if the gun was loaded, if it shot powder or anything.
I think he had blanks in it.
He fired a couple. No, I saw him shooting at him.
He fired like 3 or 4 rounds. They went off.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would.
He uploaded several videos actually of him trying it out, and there was one where he was shooting at a water bottle, and so yeah, I mean it worked.
Well, I only saw the one. That's it. That's all I saw. The one. I guess I have to go do more research. But I'm thinking about trying it with the Remington.
Right? Yeah, it works. The only thing is that I've been told that those little kid caps have fine, minuscule grains of sand in them, used for a filler. Question is, do you really want that going through your touch hole?
Yeah, right.
Because sand is quartz. Quartz cut steel.
I think prolonged use, yeah, you'd end up blowing out your touch hole.
Yeah.
But I think, if it was like a worst case scenario type deal and that's all you had.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, last ditch effort.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes number 10s are hard to find, or even where I'm at. On my Remingtons, I'm having to use 1075s.
That's why I order them in bulk and order them online.
Yep.
Or you order, the cheaper it gets. But the more money you guys shell out, but I mean, long term, it's cheaper.
I just did that from Midway 3 months ago. I'm already. That's how I got the musket cat. I got a bunch of musket cats, a bunch of 1075s, and number 11. And I'm sending Michael a 10 of the musket caps.
I
the
bought like
10s.
Mm-hmm.
They're tighter. They're a little smaller than the Remingtons, correct?
I'm not sure. I cannot ever find Remingtons. I can find CCI number 10s and RWS 1075s, which are a little bit bigger. You got to crimp that. You just got to give them a little squeeze. Except for the musket cats. Musket cats, they just go right on there, and they're tight on my sharp. I don't know if they'll be loose or what on yours. But they go on there, and boom, they are hot.
The nipples on my Ruger Old Army must be smaller than like the stock nipples on my Pieta, because the Remington number 10s will fall.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that problem with my Walker. I think my Walker is made for more fur than a 11.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. If the Walker was ever originally meant for wasn't it meant to have the same nipple for the rifle and the pistol originally?
No, because the rifle, if I remember, the mounted rifles are issued Mississippi's, which, if I remember right, are a flintlock.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering, wouldn't that have made sense militarily to have the same?
Well, most of what percussion caps were in the military at that time are the big musket caps, because you don't want to have that dinky little. It's a lot harder to load that dinky little cap that goes on the Walker revolver than it does the big musket cap.
Was there ever a side lock pistol that took the musket caps? I can't remember.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I might have to get one custom made because that sounds like an interesting idea.
You mean like just like a percussion pistol?
Yeah, like just a single one of those single shot pistols but it's a side lock, but it takes a musket cap instead of smaller percussion caps.
The Mississippi is a cap lock.
Is it?
Maybe the Harper's Ferry pistol.
Oh, the Aston single shot pistol would be a musket cap size.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The 1842 Aston.
Okay. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Trapper Paul asked, "Does it matter the company?" And okay, no.
Yeah, Pat Putnam, I think, answered that one. You Birdie's
Yeah.
the only one that makes the pocket models.
Yeah, CCR are bigger than Remington number 10s.
Okay.
So CCIs wouldn't help you out at all.
No. Yeah, I'm having to pinch, and even doing that sometimes, I'll pinch them, and because I mean the whole purpose of me buying the Ruger Old Army was so I can load it hot. So I loaded, and I've had caps. I shoot it, and the caps will fly off the back.
Yeah.
I mean, I pinch them, and I try to get them on there as tight as I can.
One thing that I found out you could do, and this was by accident, and I don't really recommend it. Dry fire.
Oh,
It'll mushroom the nipple tips out.
to flatten
Yeah,
it up.
it'll shorten that up and fatten it out a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, but it can be done. I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, my problem is I bought it used, obviously, and whoever owned it previously, when they put those nipples on, they must have really cranked the hell out of them because and then the nipples that are on the Ruger Old Army are those hex nut nipples. They're not the flat, standard nipples. So
Yeah.
they're all mucked up and stripped. So I can't. I was only able to get I think 2 of them out, and one of them I got out because I totally destroyed trying to get it out because I wanted to buy new replacement nipples and replace them. And
Most likely, what happened, Michael, is that they didn't put any kind of even like bore butter on the threads, and they seized up.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like. Maybe I hate to.
Probably.
You're gonna.
I mean, the way they look though too, when they put them on, they strip the heck out of them, and then when they tried to get them off, they strip the heck out of them again. So they're stripped both ways, basically. So
you're going to take them to a gunsmith and have them professionally removed at that point. Then
Yeah, new ones put on there. That's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
I kind of fit myself because I had to because I broke the one nipple, and eventually I took my Dremel and I just I bored out a little bit, and I basically made I cut a notch into it, and I stuck a flathead screwdriver in there, and I was able to.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's one way you can do it.
Yeah.
And the other way it'd be drill it out a little bit. Not big enough where you're getting into the threads of the cylinder, but drill it out big enough that you can get easy out inside of it.
Yep.
And then don't break the easy out in it. I learned that the hard way on a spark plug one time.
Yeah.
In an aluminum block engine block.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. Needless to say, I got it all out without fucking up the engine block.
Nice. Good job.
Hey, that's okay. My grandpa held together a 1954 tractor. I can't remember what brand it was. The gas tank would have cost him $2,000 to be replaced. He said, "Screw that," and took a whole bunch of bubble gum and JB Weld. Oh no, that's I know the person that still owns the tractor. That stuff is still there, and because he didn't have no teeth, I had to chew the bubble gum.
Pat Putnam says you use a left-handed drill bit too, and I didn't think that. Yeah, that would work. I'd work it about like an easy out does.
There's those, that little tool that's like it's basically like a reverse drill bit to get out strip screwdrivers.
Yeah, that's an easy out.
Screws. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, an easy out. I thought about getting one of those. I forgot why I didn't though. I think it was because it wasn't small enough to fit in the, the little well where the nipple kind of goes into.
Right, and I don't know, and they're high carbon steel, so they're easy to twist off too.
Yeah.
But I remember one day me and the boss was trying to drill out something to get an easy out in it, and we wound up breaking the drill bit off in it.
Oh man.
High carbon steel drill bit.
Oh, I bet there was enough swear words in the air that a whole fleet of sailors started blushing.
Well, we broke it off like, an inch tall, so we tried doing different couple things. We wound up and we finally twisted and broke it off flush with what we was doing. We tried so many different things to get that out, and finally we took the torch and we heated it till it got red hot. Then we let it cool real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Did that about 3 times, and then that drill bit got soft. So we drilled out the whole thing and recapped it with a drill bit in there, and frickin' worked.
Yeah, man. I mean that little tool. I've used one before, and that's the thing is I had one, but I have no idea what happened to it.
Oh, I broke one off one day too when I was working on the ranch. It was that big around.
Dang.
We was trying to take. Was working on transmission, the tractor, I think it was. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, he was working, and we had a big. I had to use a 1.5-inch wrench for that nut. We was trying to take it off, and we broke the head off the nut because it's so old, it just rusted up and was seized up. So we heated it, we beat on it, did everything to break it loose, and we put an easy out in there, and we drilled a pretty good hole inside of that old bolt. We sit there doing the easy out by hand, turning it. And all of a sudden, clink! I looked at the boss and I said, well, shit, that didn't go like I supposed to.
My grandpa had a stuck casing in one of his rifles one time. You know what he done? He took some vegetable oil, warmed it up, just got warmed, and poured it down the barrel, and it just goes right on out. I mean, it shot out the freaking back of the bolt, just right on out.
Huh. What was that again, or what?
He had 270 bolt action.
Right.
One of the cases got stuck in there. He couldn't get it out. It slipped past the ejector. No matter what he would do, would work on it. He tried knocking it back out with a cleaner rod. It didn't work, so he warmed up some vegetable oil and slowly poured it down the barrel. And I guess enough pressure built up because it went right out the back.
Right. Well, probably when he heated the case, then it finally separated from the chamber wall. Or the case, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
No pun intended.
And we sat there and worked trying to get that out. The case was shiny afterwards. It was good and cleaned.
Yeah, I watched a guy take one out. He used a similar thing, only he used motor oil. Put that down the barrel, then he soaked a patch on it and got it real sopping wet so that it formed a good seal at the muzzle. He took a spinning rod and just kept adding pressure, and finally that case broke loose and shot oil all across the damn floor. And but yeah, basically hydraulically removing the case.
Okay, who in the world is Duck Commander? I've never heard of that 350 Bulldog.
Duck Commander from Duck Dynasty,
Oh,
I think. I don't know.
no, my beard's not good, long enough for any of the to be any of those people.
I don't know.
Yeah, Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Michael.
Probably because my beard's not long enough.
Mine's starting to get there.
I trimmed mine this morning. It's this right here. This right here in the middle started growing out down here, and it wasn't matching the size of this. You know what? Just match. That's weird. It's right here that grow right in this area grows faster than the sides. I don't understand why.
I had a friend in college that he had a beard similar to yours, except for right down here on his neck, it was really, really thick, but up here it was really thin. So he had the little tuft right below his nostrils and then just penciled out. We always told him that he looked like an Amish Hitler because he had the little mustache, nothing here, and then all of it right here.
That's wrong, but it's funny. Oh, my brother's does that like all right here. It looks like he could meet an Amish person right up here. From here up, nothing.
Yeah. Speaking of Amish, have you ever heard of Amish drive-by?
No, but I'm a feeling I'm about to hear about it.
It goes clip, clop, bang, bang, clip, clop, bang, bang.
Let's see.
I think I about killed Jeremy.
I'm trying not to laugh because that's wrong, but it's so funny. Oh, goodness gracious.
Dad jokes is
I must be getting, if that's a dad joke, I must be getting old. Those are funny. God. But let's get, you wanted to talk about holsters.
Yeah, I was going to mention. So, yeah, I am making holsters for those of you that are interested in looking. In fact, I'm going to try to start a batch sometime tomorrow, providing it ain't so hot that I wind up going and finding a shady spot and sleeping the whole day because we're going to hit damn near 100 finally this year. But anyway, I'm going to try to start a holster. So if you want one, we've got a wide variety. And as I told Jeremy, I completely forget. So I didn't bring any of the holsters over here. So I only got a few, but I got all kinds of double loops, triple loops. I've got Slim Jims. I've got prototypes. I've got stuff we can work on. So just email me at DukeFrazierProductions@gmail.com, and I'll try to remember to put a link to that down in the description box here. Jeremy, don't let me forget that either. And also, I've got a prototype for a Walker holster. So I'm going to try to get this refined so that you all – so we'll have a regular one. But if you got a Walker and you want a military-style holster, we've got one. And this is taken from a photograph of a Texas Ranger in 1848 with a Walker on his hip, and this is the style holster. And this is as close as I could get it. The regular ones are not going to have these copper rivets up here. I doubt that would have been, really what they'd have on, especially when that guy's got it revving up right against the gun. So these will just be sewed on the tab, and then they just go underneath a loop here, which is super tight on this one, but on the regular production ones, it'll be that tight. But this fits the Walker really, really nice.
cool.
I have a question for you, Duke.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't most cavalry where there's holsters kind of like this, where the butt was facing forward or kind of like at an angle?
Yeah, Civil War, they start doing the strong side with the butt forward, so Hickok style. And I've heard tell that that's because they'd shoot the revolver with the left hand and use a saber in the right. I have never seen that. What I've seen is that the saber was the primary weapon, and it was already on the right hand side, so the revolver was put on the left hand side, but it was put with the butt forward so that it could still be grasped with the right hand. And a lot of it had to do with being able to get up on a horse.
Yeah.
Well, a horse with a gun barrel in your crotch.
Well, I've tried it with this holster rig that I have here on both sides, and honestly, on the horse more comfortably, it's more comfortable like this. They kind of just, and also I can get it with this hand if I need to, or I can do a little quick, I can kind of get it with this hand because that holster right here pushes up against my gut a little bit and it comes free.
Right.
So I can.
With mine.
Pat Putnam says, I found my long barrels draw easier. The cavalry twist draw, as it's called. Yes, you're absolutely right, Pat. Because trying to draw them straight up and down, it's a pain if you're wearing it high. But if you draw it, because when you're drawing at the cavalry twist, the revolver is sloped back. It's a cross draw style holster. And when you draw it, you pull it straight out with your hand like this, and then at the last minute you flip the gun over. You don't come out like this because you're going to cross yourself. You come up and out and then turn it over. And everybody gives me shit when I do those kind of draws, but I never cross my body. I don't cross my body any more than a straight up and down does, which I might cross my foot.
How well can they see me? Can they see me, Duke?
Yeah. Trying to give us a belly dance or what?
No, it's supposed to be kind of like that. I don't want to actually point my. It's not supposed to ever. The barrel's never supposed to come and point here. It's supposed to.
That ain't loaded.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's. Yeah. See, I guess I should have done that first. Yeah, but on a horse, I can easily reach across because actually, when I'm sitting down, kind of, horse it's about there. So but it's very easy. Now this is I have this one set up to be tight fitting because when I'm out,
right,
I don't want it to just plunk out. But it can do it pretty easily. That was bad. Cross draw. The cavalry twist. Because if this hand's messed up, it doesn't want to work all the time. But yeah, it doesn't. It does not cross. It doesn't cross. It won't. Will not cross your. If you do it right, it will not cross your gut. It's usually a straight line for me.
Right. There's only one kind of draw that you do not cross your body, and that's the regular cross draw.
Yeah.
And you gotta lift your arm up when you do it to not draw across your body. But drawing straight up and down, you cross your legs, you cross your feet. So like I said, cross draw is the only safe draw that you don't ever cross your body. I gotta unhighlight Jeremy so I can see what Michael's doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's demonstrating the same thing.
Yep.
And he wears his a little bit farther back than I do. I wear mine about as lined up with my pocket.
Michael and I draw about the exact same way, and we put them back the exact same way. Flip them over and stick them in the holster.
Yep. Oh, I gotta get. There we go.
Well, so it's really hard to do that with a Walker revolver. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, see, y'all wear y'all's back right here. That's where Michael looks like he has his.
I gotta go find a belt in the holster. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. I wear mine about right here, right where my hand is. So I can get it from that hand, or like in that John Wayne movie, if I have to, I can just. what he does, struggle with it. But I have a hard time. But I actually have a harder time with this Remington getting it out. So I'm actually going to be converting this one into switching the sides for me, Michael. So I like this one on this side better.
Yeah,
It seems like it catches when I try to go straight up and down. It seems like it catches right there. And I've lubricated. I've done everything I was supposed to do. Oh, we got to. But yeah. But here's the thing. All I have to do that is undo these two nuts, punch two new holes in, and there it is. Actually, I can just probably take these out and just slide it over there and leave it there. But it's like I was saying, it seems like you set yours a little bit farther back than I do on mine.
yeah. I put mine at about 4 o'clock.
Mine's straight on my hip when I'm having it on my dominant hand side. But on here, I have it a little bit past the pocket.
And part of the reason for that also is for when I'm wearing a coat, you know, it's more hidden. I got more cover on it. So all I got to do is bring my coat back and I can pull it out.
Yeah, it looks like you're just going through your wallet. Boom.
Okay.
And I think the cavalry twist draw was done purposely also because sitting position still pull it relatively easy, whereas trying to pull it straight out, I think would be a little bit more difficult.
All right. Well, while we're on the subject of holsters, I'll take this one all the way off this rig. Dude, I've already soaked this one and got it hardened. Would it be okay would it be safe to soften it back up to reform it so I could flip it around so I could have it in the
like chrome tan or is that veg tan? If it's chrome tan, you already ruined it by soaking it.
Let me double check. It says on here.
If they don't say veg tan, it's probably chrome tan.
Veg tan.
Yeah, you can soak it.
Okay, what was that?
You can soak it again, but you're going to want to oil the hell out of it once you get it done. So get you some neat's foot oil.
I have some. I also have some horse leather tanner. Not tanner, horse leather stuff.
Yeah.
How long would I have to let it soak for to reform it?
Oh, you just have to dip it in. It don't got to be sopping wet.
Okay. I'm going to be doing that because, like I said, I'm setting this one up for my hunting rig. I've already got I already paid the money and I can't get a refund from the person, so.
Right. And Bangs, we're on the subject of holsters. I'll show you another one here.
Oh, I'd have to restamp it.
So this is the triple loop that I showed earlier. This one's actually, this is the first one I did. This one will fit the 73 single action Army, and this is the triple loop is for the longer 7.5-inch barrel. It will also fit the what they call the Outlaw, so that's the Remington 75. It's got the web. I took one of these and I stuck the Remington model in it, and they fit too. So if you got a Remington, long-barreled Remington, this will work for it. The long-barrel Colt will work. If you want something for a shorter barrel, you'll start losing loops. And it looks like with us.
Before we get into anything else, is there a way I could? There's not enough material here to do what I want to do, is there? To cut a loop basically, so it'll go around the holster to hold it, kind of like those loop holsters that you've got there.
Well, the loop holsters that I got are all this one piece of leather. But you've
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kind of cut the.
What they call yours. Yours is a different type of loop, but it is very period appropriate.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep this. I'm just going to fix this spot after.
Okay. Dustin, sound off because I don't know if we can hear you. I'm not hearing you.
Make sure he's not muted.
Yeah, well, he just signed off here. Somebody's got to sign on. I think last time he had to have headphones in to get it to work.
Yeah, that's right. He did have to get his earbuds. That's probably what he's going to do.
Probably. I was just wondering if I could do something kind of like the way you had yours. You know, just basically cut the loops into it and push it out to around the holster. Because I just kind of like the look of that better. But I mean, I'll just leave.
Or you can give me $85 and I'll send you one of mine.
Shoot. I'm $10 from going into the negative on my bank account right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can send one of your Remingtons as collateral.
You'd be keeping that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need two. I'm kidding. I do. But I'm thinking about getting rid of one just to help get fun to get you birdie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Remingtons. I've not had my Pieta Remington's all right, but my Birdie Remington's a piece of junk.
So the Pieta is better than birdie on something? Wow, that's surprising.
Actually, if you want a gun that's going to run the long run that you want to shoot the hell out of, go with Pieta. If you want a gun that looks good, go with your Birdie. That's why I buy mine, because in case I ever use them for living history, they look good.
Yeah, that is true.
And you birdies have really good accuracy. Not saying that Pietas don't have good accuracy. I've had pretty decent accuracy of the Pieta, but you birdies shoot really good. It's just that their parts, a lot of them are soft and they wear out. So if you're going to get a birdie, you're going to have to invest money into keeping it up, especially with prolonged.
If I'm going to get me a 51 Navy, it's probably going to be a Pieta.
Do a Navy birdie and it shoots good, but I've had to put a new hammer in it. I've had to put a couple of new parts, and it's not that old.
Well, another reason I'm thinking about getting rid of one is because I'm thinking about making a trip up to see my honey bunny, and that's going to cost me a little bit. And
I might be interested in Remingtons.
Well, let's not piss off the YouTubes by saying we're going to sell anything here. So,
yeah, I'm not saying I'm selling. I'm saying I'm getting rid of. I didn't say how I'm doing it.
Okay, let's see if we can hear it yet.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right. Now you can start having fun.
Yeah, you had to go plug your headphones in, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you using
about the time that you signed off here that's what you're going to be doing is having to plug your headphones in?
Yeah, thank goodness for the PS4 headset.
Are you on the computer or your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
And you know what occurred to me? The first two times I was on this, I was in the car and it worked. And so I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work here. But in the car, I was on the Bluetooth. So I guess the phone has to be hooked to something.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So maybe your microphone and your phone's going out?
No, it works great for everything else. It's just this that it doesn't work. And I've got my nice, see if I can get it off here. I've got this that I use for YouTube, but then I can't hear if I do that.
Right.
Because it uses the headphone jack.
Well, you can get you a regular set of headphones, I think, at Walmart for like $5-6.
Yeah, just what kind of quality you want.
Yeah.
This PS4 is fine.
Yeah. Hey, if it works, it works. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Oh, we were on the topic of holsters and cavalry draw.
Yeah, I found out that I like it the best. Oh, that video about the Remington pin thing, about it getting stopped up. It is actually being processed right now on this computer.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember that. I meant to tell you because y'all were saying y'all having a problem. I use what is it, some kind of anti-seize. I have found that it works the best for me.
Choke tube lube works.
Yeah, that is.
I use this stuff. Where's my camera on here?
Well, let me highlight you, Dustin, here so we can see it. Hold it up there.
Yeah. That's what I use for any antis. That's what I put on the nipples of the revolvers or anything else. Stuff works pretty good and it's cheap.
Me personally, have never had any luck with that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It seems like my homemade lube is more of beeswax, tallow, and bacon fat, beeswax, and vegetable oil works better than that stuff. But of course, you're in a different climate than I am, so
That's true.
I used to use a lot of times. I just use the straight ballistol.
Yeah.
That seems to work all right. If it's really humid or I notice that it's starting to rust, I'll put some not Birchwood Casey. It's some other cheap brand from Walmart's choke tube lube, and it works really good.
probably Hoppies, I think.
No, it ain't Hoppies. It's some other cheap brand. It's the same as my patches that I use. I got them right here. So it's the same brand as the patches, but choke tube lube.
All right, those are the same patches I use. I didn't know they made a lube.
Yeah, I got it at Walmart. I suppose I pick a computer up here.
Whole world.
Yeah, that's what I use. So there's mine, Dustin. Show yours.
I
Okay,
brought it for show and tell just for this chat.
Sweet.
I might be getting
a lot cleaner than mine did. Mine's kind of got a little bit of a rusty color to it.
Did you take a Scotch Brite pad to it while you were doing it?
I did, and it was scuffing it up pretty bad, so I quit.
Yeah, mine got a little scuffed up too. I might go back and buff that out later. But once I got it all over the whole cylinder, it actually didn't look as bad. So I'm actually really happy with it. I like the look of it much better. And to be honest, I never knew the vinegar method. If I did, I would have done that the day I bought the gun.
Yeah, all I did with mine is I just got a coffee cup, just put the cylinder in there. After I took the nipples out because I didn't want the nipples to get vinegar on them.
Yeah, me too.
So I took them out, and then I just set the cylinder in there, and I just poured it full of vinegar, walked away for about half an hour, and come back and wiped it off and put it back in the gun after I oiled it. Actually, I soaked it in ballistol, straight ballistol, for about 45, 50 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Just because I did not want to have rusting out inside.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I can't even find ballistol in my local gun shop anywhere near me. Not Walmart, nothing.
No, we can't find it here either, but I get it on Amazon for it's reasonable.
Yeah, Amazon's the best. I think it's like $20 a can. And I'm gonna have a tree coming here, so I gotta mute myself.
As ballistol, and so does Mid-South Reloading Supplies.
You think you just king of the hill now, don't you?
Yeah, the vinegar works very well for stripping the bluing off. It also works very well on all your brass parts. So if your brass is getting dull, yeah, the vinegar will shine it up real nice.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yep. I use it on
toothpaste
for my Griswold.
Hang on a second. I got Dustin highlighted here. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Gonna show your Griswold again, Michael.
I was just saying, for my Griswold, since it's got the brass frame, brass back strap and everything, brass trigger guard, I use the vinegar to clean that up, and I really don't polish it. I'll put it in a vinegar wash for about maybe 5-10 minutes. Pull it out, wipe it off, and then I'll take the Ballistol. Well, I got the aerosol Ballistol and the liquid, and I use the aerosol. I just spray it down, let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it off. Wipe off the excess, and it's good to go. And of course, brass, like right now, I mean, it really doesn't look all that shiny, but I don't like my brass real shiny either anyway. I like it, where it gets that kind of natural brass patina on it, and I just think it looks a little bit more natural. I've had a few people, kind of tell me I should soak my barrel and my my barrel assembly and my cylinder in vinegar and whiten it, but I kind of like, because actually this one you can still see a little bit of the color case on the octagon part, or like the main part of the barrel assembly, a little bit on there, and I kind of like that. It I don't know, it gives it kind of a unique look.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, the only thing about Ballistol on brass is that if you let Ballistol sit on brass for an extended period of time, it will turn it jet black.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember which gun I did that on. No, what? Not Walker. It's either Walker or Dragoon. But yeah, I sprayed it down with Ballistol on my desk, and I walked off and doing something else on the Ballistol soaking. And I like my brass had black spots where that Ballistol would sit at.
Huh.
Is there an ice cream truck near one of y'all?
That would be our baby's music thing.
Oh, okay.
So no, there's not an ice cream truck nearby. You turn it off.
Dang, I thought you could bring me some ice cream there, Dustin.
Yeah, I'll have some ice cream.
I did just have a bowl of ice cream before I got on here, but that's just coincidence. That's not what the music is.
Well, Jim's going to give me a drink of water, so go ahead and continue. I'll be back.
Oh. Sorry, I'm having to do repairs on my holster again.
Yeah, so after seeing Dustin's modification, and then you did your video. Well, I can't remember if it was on your video or on Dustin's, but I made that comment of, and actually, I think it was on Facebook, not on YouTube, about how I originally was not really all that interested in the walkers.
Oh yeah.
But after watching you guys do your videos, I'm like, man, I kind of want one now.
They're fun. It's a beast and it's heavy, but they're fun.
Yeah, I might be getting one. But I don't know that right now everything's I might be moving and all that stuff, so I don't know. I'm holding off all the money I can right now.
And then earlier before you came on with Jeremy and myself, we received our Midway USA little flyer on there, and they got a sale going on all the Uberti products.
Oh,
so,
yeah. They chose the Walker as the picture.
They got the Walker right in the front.
yeah.
So it says
I need to sign up for that catalog.
It says save $40 to $80 on 30 black powder revolvers.
Nice.
Yeah, and also if you on your birthday, around your birthday time, I think it's a week, isn't it, Michael? They give you a discount on anything you buy there during on your birthday.
No, my birthday falls under the same time they're already having their big sale, so I don't get anything. Oh, they got
maybe that's why they do the sale. They're like, this is Duke Frazier month. Let's do a sale.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Well, hey, mine falls in the same category as the New Year's sale that they have in January. That.
So yeah, I just went online. I'm looking at them. They got the Walker for $369. We'll just name this off for everybody. They've got the 1860 for $289. They've got the 49 Pocket for $294. They've got the Remingtons for anywhere from $299 to $503. So I'm guessing the $503 is one of the fancier models. The left model Navies 61 and 51 are both $299.99. The 62 Pocket is $299 to $314. So that's probably for the 5.5 and 6-inch barrel. The 51 Navy is $299.99. If you're into the 1858 carbine, that's $489.99. The 73 black powder is $419. The 1860 civilian with the brass backstrap is $299. Looks like the Dragoons are all going for $359. And yep, everything else is just about the same. So,
you said the Walker was like $369.
yeah, $369.99. So it's $80 off.
Yeah, that's a good buy.
Yeah, it is.
Mine was $400 at Sportsman's Warehouse, and I think Cabela's wants like $450 for them.
I bought mine at Cabela's, but it was when I was in college, my first one, and that was the first gun I ever paid full price for, and that was $425. And then I bought my second Walker at Cabela's and paid $75 for
it. Nice.
Yeah, it helps to know when you're gunsmithing. When you walk in and go to the bargain cave and they're trying to sell something that's non-functional and the wedge is just in too tight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell that as a parts gun.
Nice.
Like anymore, you go to a gunsmith, and if they can't beat it with a hammer and get it to cycle again, then they say it's not fixable.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And I'm like, what the hell?
You gotta find the old gunsmiths that actually know their shit. Because anymore, gunsmiths are just, advanced Lego builders.
Yeah.
I passed up on a 51 Navy that was all, kind of beat up and yeah, it wasn't cycling. And I didn't even really think about it. It probably was because the pin was just in too tight. Yeah, I could have gotten it for like $50.
Yeah, if it doesn't cycle, it's because it's bound up. The wedge is in too tight.
Oh,
If it doesn't cycle and everything's loose, well, then you got a broken handspring. And if it doesn't stay locked in place once it's at full cock, then you've got a broken bolt spring.
Yep.
Yeah, the bolt spring is what broke on mine.
I got this one for $75.
That's not
Nice.
bad. See, I'd pay that for a brass frame gun.
And this is Navy Arms Company, so it was made in. So it's hefty.
Yeah. The whole thing is, if the parts ever go bad on that, you good luck trying to find replacements.
Unless you can hand fit stuff.
Actually, I mean, it looks like all the parts are the same as a 51, a Pieta 51. Because this is it is a Pieta.
Oh well, then you're good.
Yeah, it's got the FAP stamp. So yeah, it is a Pieta. But yeah, it was just imported by Navy Arms.
So it looks like we're joined by Crooked Creek Shooting. So welcome, Crooked Creek.
Yeah.
Crooked Creek Shooting is Will. He's his name's William. He's down in southern Illinois. I got to meet up with him earlier this year with him and a few other Illinoisans, and I actually got a video on my channel of us having a little shootout, and yeah, it was a good time, good people.
Good.
Cool.
Okay, I have a question. Was there actually ever any holster rig historically that had tie-down straps on it?
Not that I can see, not pre 1885, I think is what I've
So,
looked at so far. So I've not seen anything. Not saying that it's not there. I've just not seen it. And I've
so this,
never seen one drop leg, and that was Commodore Perry. What the hell is his last name? Or if Perry was his last name, Commodore Perry. He was a lawman, and he had this freaking belt that held 45-70 shells, and then he's 45 Colts, and then he had his revolver tied into that. It wasn't a
okay, so
but it was a drop leg.
this one right here wouldn't. I couldn't do that with this one, could I? This type of.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's more of a drop leg style. That's a quick draw drop leg style.
Yeah, I was just wondering because it came with the kit, and the kit it shows these.
Oh, the tie down? Yeah, you can do that. All you gotta do is you take a hole punch, and you gotta punch.
It comes with that. It comes with those already done. I just been using them to hold the two pieces together, so when it wouldn't slide up. And
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, that's a quick draw rig, but don't ever quick draw. You'll shoot yourself in the leg. Or
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually, back when I was young and dumb, I was about 18 years old. I had a 22 pistol, and I thought I was John Wayne, and I went to quick draw one day, and I just cleared the holster, and a gun goes bang. And I looked down, and there's a smoking hole in the toe of my boot. So I thought, oh, crap, I've blown my toe off. And there's no pain, so I know that I've really done damage because it ain't hurting. So I sit down, I pulled my boot off, and I see there's no blood. So I thought, well, maybe I didn't hurt myself as bad as I thought. I pulled my sock off. Thankfully, I hadn't trimmed my toes. There was a half circle in my toenail. The last time I ever quick drawed with live ammo.
yeah, I wouldn't do it with real, anything that maybe some blanks, but that's about it.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Because the reason why James Arness had a bit of a limp was because he was quick drawing, practicing for gun smoke, and shot himself in the leg.
There we go. Sorry, can I get this? I went horseback riding with my friends, and I got the chance to actually. He had one horse that he used for one of the. I can't remember which cowboy action event it is, but they shoot on mounted horses, and he had one for that. So I actually got to do some stuff like that, and I don't know, I like the holster on this side for single use. I'm gonna make this rig like that. So I'm just getting everything marked off. I forgot you had a live stream tonight.
Don't worry, I just about forgot too. See, I've been intending to start announcing these damn things like Tuesday before, so that people know, we're gonna have something going on Wednesday. I completely forget.
Night, Rebecca.
So I haven't even looked to see how many we got. 15 viewers, which that's about average what we get.
Yeah.
So although I think we've had a few extra folks that we've not had on during the live chat before, may have watched afterwards, but we've had a couple here that I haven't seen before show up. So again, welcome to you all. And there was something I seen over there on the chat I was going to read off, and now I can't find it.
What was it concerning? I might be able to find it real quick.
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember. I just remember it was something interesting that I thought I was going to read off. Oh, yeah. Pat Putnam said trains are on time tonight. Yeah, it showed up at 8:45 and 9 o'clock.
Yep.
It's about 9:15, so one should be here in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, those things are always on schedule, aren't they?
Yep.
I mean, even when I do my live stream.
So you'll probably hear him coming through here pretty quick, the guys with mosquitoes.
We don't have any trains around here. We get a lot of jets, though. The Salt Lake Airport, and where we live is right where they're kind of circling around to come into land, so we get that noise sometimes.
Yeah, I'm right by O'Hare Airport, so they fly literally right over my house.
Oh, that's where you're located?
Yeah, I'm right outside Chicago. I'm literally in the airport in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
If we have a plane fly over our little city, we wonder what the hell's going on because the nearest airport's Little Rock.
Oh, Justin, I was going to ask you, and I won't get into too much detail, but if I don't ask you now, I'm not going to remember it.
I know this is going to be good already.
You get into the details about it if you want, but that certain comment that you had, was that on your Facebook page or on your YouTube?
The devil one?
Yeah.
That was on Facebook.
Oh,
that
okay.
was yeah, she's one of the far leftist on every issue, and so every time I post anything remotely political, she's got some idiotic comment. But yeah, I posted about that thing that happened in Alaska where they let a Satan worshiper give like the invocation prayer at a city hall meeting, and they were saying "Hail Satan" in it and stuff. And so I posted about it, and there were some comments, and then she comes on and says that. And after all the years of being patient, after that one, I was like, okay, we're done. So I'd want
you know personally? Or
what's that?
Somebody that you know personally, or just some random?
Used to. She lives in New York City now, but I used to know her when we both lived in West Jordan, Utah. That was before I got married, and I've been married for 15 years. So, yeah, not a huge loss to see her.
Yeah.
How do you've been married 15 years? I couldn't even make mine last 3.
I don't know what happened for 15 years. It seems like it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Probably because all the times I've been knocked unconscious for misbehaving, I slept through most of those 15 years.
Oh, here's that anti-seize lube I like. See, I'm trying to get it to where it won't blur.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's meant for a machine that's nickel instead of copper.
Yep, here comes a freaking 9:15 train.
Yep.
Oh, where's my... I swear, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to me. I swear, I would. So what you been doing, Dustin?
Oh, mostly just taking care of the baby and working. Took my daughter on my last work trip last weekend. That was fun.
Yeah.
Out to Colorado, but we didn't get down to Duke's neighborhood. The closest we got was Lone Tree. And that's not close, really.
That's way up there.
Yeah, it's like Denver, basically, southern Denver.
Which, I mean, you're not all that far, but it's still pretty far.
Yeah.
You been out to the range lately?
What's that?
You been out to the range lately?
No, I haven't been out to the range since the baby was born, and he's over a month old.
Don't feel bad. I ain't been out either. I just got my membership renewed last week, so.
Well, you know what's funny is even if it wasn't for the baby, like it just barely got dry here. It's been raining so much this year I couldn't shoot if I wanted to.
No.
My rains, as soon as it unfloods, it rains the next day and floods it back up.
We've had severe weather down here. Like the last storm we had, the big thunderhead was building right over top of me, and I went out my door and I looked up, and you hear kind of this whistling sound. Look up, and there's a big hole right through the middle of the clouds, goes up to the blue sky, and it's just spinning around that circle.
Oh,
keep going east, keep going east. Let the other people deal with it. But that one didn't. That one dumped pea-sized hail on us for like 2 minutes, and then it was done. So thankfully, that's all we got out of it. But yeah, it's finally starting to dry out. So now that it's drying out, it's going to be hot. Yeah, tomorrow's temperature is like 98. So I'm going to try to get out before 8 o'clock tomorrow and hit the range.
Yeah.
Well, was it on your last stream where I took y'all outside to show y'all what was happening to me because I kept getting cut off.
Yeah, it was a live stream or two ago. Because the power kept going in and out on you.
Yeah, and it was doing it for like what 30 minutes, and then it was done.
Yeah, I think it's your last live stream is when I had that. I told you guys I might have to go because of a tornado.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was.
So that was last Friday. We had that, and we've been in like the 70s and the 80s most of June. I think we've had 1 or 2 days where it got up to like 97. And for the end of June, today was 96, tomorrow's 98, Friday's 105, Saturday's 102, then we drop back down in the 80s again. So naturally on my days off when I go to the range, it's hotter than hell.
Yeah, that's usually how it is, but oh, glad I caught that plate with my foot.
And hopefully before long I'll be getting out to the range with that guy Don. I think his last name's pronounced Gortz. He runs a couple of the black powder pages.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming through my part of the country too.
Yeah, he messaged me a while back and he said, "Hey, can we meet up?" And I said, "Yeah, that'd be really cool." So hopefully we can get some video footage.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I told him, I said I didn't know because I got a friend that was supposed to be coming out in June. I used to work with her a number of years ago, and she was going to come back out and visit and stuff. And then last I heard is she didn't know. So, but yeah, if Don gives me a call, we're going to go do some shooting too, provided he gets here on Thursday or Friday.
Do you guys know that girl, Joan Kennedy? She goes by Ruger Old Army Girl on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook Don was out at her place today, I think.
Yeah. He just posted.
He's like all over the country. He's going everywhere.
Yeah, he's going up to, I can't remember. He's going a long way.
Yeah.
I hate this leather punch, but it's the only one that doesn't make a lot of noise. So that hand one, I can't remember what it's called. But it does not go through this thick of leather without having to double punch it on both sides. Punch it on both sides.
So I have a question. I don't know
Yeah.
if this is on the topic of guns or not. It depends on what your answer is. So I already know Duke's answer, but like, what do you guys do for a living? Just out of curiosity.
Michael, you go first.
Up until last year, I worked for a third-party moving company.
Oh, okay.
In January, late January, my father had his second stroke and was having to take a lot of time off because of that. So I ended up getting fired. I lost my job. But fortunately enough, earlier this year, I got hired by a home health care agency, so I'm getting paid to basically take care of my dad because he pretty much needs, 24-hour supervision. He had a stroke back in 2016, and he recovered pretty well from it. He was, he would use a cane to assist him a bit, but his balance and everything was okay. He had recovered pretty well. But this last one really took it out of him, and he doesn't move around too well. So yeah, I pretty much just take care of him, and so that's pretty much what I do.
Well, that's pretty cool that you're able to take care of your dad and that it solves your employment need. That works out good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't pay all that much, but
yeah.
But I mean, it still allows me to do a few things, and well, recently I was able to get me a Uberti 1876 Centennial in 5095. So
nice.
Yeah, layaway. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I've done layaway for plenty of stuff. Works great.
Yeah.
So I'm a jailer. I watch people. I watch people that were stupid enough to mess up form or the other, and I babysit them all day long.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you know why I let Michael go first. Mine's boring.
So like corrections officer type deal?
That's a technical term, but I'm still in training because I was a security officer before that for a security company. But hopefully, after this move, I'll be doing something else because I do not like this job at all.
Oh.
No,
Sorry to hear that.
I got threw up yesterday because someone showed up drunk.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And
That's better. There's a lot worse things they could have done on you.
That's true. I've seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Also, and just being called everything in the book because I'm white and I'm a jailer, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Nah, it's just I'm done with it. I'm over it. I told my boss as soon as I find something better, I'm gone. It's like I can understand that. I got fun. My hammer on that side, Chase. I haven't used my loud punch tool.
Most people know what I do, but I'm a living historian, and I'm not going to go into too much details, because I do work directly with the public, and it is a government job, and I really don't need people wanting autographs while I'm trying to give tours or talk to the public. But I am a living history person, so that's why Black Powder Channel, Old West Guns.
Yeah.
That's why you got to say at the beginning of your speech, save your questions and beg for autographs later after I'm done with my presentation.
Yeah, well, in the 5 years, 6 seasons anyway, that I've been doing this, I've only ever had one person recognize me, and that was 2 years ago. So that's the one nice thing about where I work at. It's kind of quiet, so we don't get a whole lot of visitors, but I get enough visitors that it keeps the job interesting, and it's a little bit different every day.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
That's cool. I've had a couple people come up to me at the shooting range and say, "Hey, I've seen you on YouTube. I love your videos," that kind of thing. That's kind of cool when that happens.
Well, when I was in Rapid City, like on my old channel that I had when I first started YouTube, and people, when I was in Rapid City, I go out to a place called Beretta Road, which is up in the hills, about halfway between Rapid City and Hill City, if you're familiar with the Black Hills of South Dakota area. And I go up there and shoot, and I always have people commenting on my videos like, "Oh yeah, I was just there," or "I know where that's at," and so I had a lot up there. But down here, I'm pretty freaking isolated down here. Nobody knows where I'm at.
Yeah. What gets me on my videos is I use my green screen to put myself in that saloon,
Right.
And it amazes me how many viewers recognize that place and know where it is. It's not even there anymore. It's there, but it's closed down because it got condemned. But it's a little restaurant called Porter's Place, named after Porter Rockwell. And I get comments all the time like, "Hey, that's Porter's Place in Lehigh. I've been there before." It's like, wow, I didn't think anybody would recognize that little hole.
Right. Well, that backdrop that I used in that video, Pocket Pistols, that I did with me, Santee, and Destin, that was actually from work, but I did not take that picture. My uncle took that picture, and being he took that picture, and I got it from him, I was able to use it because legally I can't take the picture and use it directly.
Huh.
I don't know what it is. It's just, the government gets so damn screwy on permits and all this other crap. It ain't even funny.
Tell me about it.
That's why Santee's got it nice. He's got lots of places to film, and you don't have to fill out a freaking permit and pay every time he does it either.
Santee's got it made, and he does just a great job anyway, but I went down there and hung out with him for a few days last year, and he was showing me around like over at that place, Trail Dust Town, and that alone, that's the one where Jerry and Heather Woods do the Pinnacle Peak Pistoleros and all that.
Right.
And that little place alone has so many different backdrops, and I mean, you see him in a ton of his videos, and then you go down there and you realize, wow, all these places are like within walking distance. This is so convenient.
Ah, nice. Well, I seen one picture down there that they had a sign there was no guns. They have like a little saloon there that they serve alcohol in, or
Which one?
down where they film at the trail dust town.
I don't remember. It's very possible.
Okay. I just seen that and then I thought, they're all packing guns, so I thought maybe they just had like a little place where they served alcohol and they had to have that sign up.
Yeah, I don't know. Or I wonder too if it might just be because they wear guns for like the show. Because like when you go down to Tombstone, almost every business in town in Tombstone says no guns allowed, no guns allowed. But the actors are walking around with guns all day in and out of the saloons and everything, which in Arizona is not only a violation of policy, it's actually illegal because the sign says no guns allowed. And in Arizona, if a bar is posted, then it's a violation of state law to wear one, and the actors do. And I've always wondered how they get away with that because the guns, they're just blanks, but those guns are real, so that's illegal.
Right.
Yeah, permits or something, probably.
I think it's probably just that nobody cares because they're part of the shows. I think they're just looking the other way.
They're just.
Anytime I see one of those signs, that place doesn't get my business. But
that's generally my rule too. The only exception is the movie theater because I have kids that like to go to movies. Like we just went to Aladdin the other day, but on the sign it says no outdoor food or drink, and under that it says no firearms. And I have under my shirt every time I go in there candy, soda, guns, ammo. I don't care. But but you have to be careful, though. That's Utah. In Utah, that sign doesn't carry any legal weight, so they can't arrest you. You just get asked to leave.
Yeah.
Colorado's the same way, actually.
Yeah. In Colorado, they put the sign up, but that doesn't mean that they can stop. It just means they can ask me to leave if they catch me.
Exactly.
The only problem is I haven't got my concealed carry permit yet, so if I could conceal carry, I get a misdemeanor, but I'd rather go to jail for misdemeanor than be dead.
Yeah, amen.
Well, here in Arkansas, you don't, according to the new Act 746 that was just clarified, you don't even need a concealed carry license no more unless you're leaving out of state. But
yeah,
the Arkansas
constitutional carry.
Yeah, but we're having to fight the Arkansas State Police because they don't recognize that law yet, even though it went into effect. I know we're not. So I carry on the outside, and I just have not given them any money for the last 2 years. Because it says right there, I don't need to pay anything to carry my 45 on my hip.
Just don't go within 1,000 feet of K through 12 school property.
Yep. Some places it's even 1,500.
Here it's 500. It's 50 feet.
Federal law though is 1,000. So that, but on the plus side, the federal law says if you get your concealed carry permit from that state, you're exempt. Then all you have to worry about is state law. Like for example, here in Utah, people love this when I tell them this in class. In Utah, as long as you've got your permit to get rid of the federal part, I can and do open carry in my kids' elementary school and my son's middle school. And in Utah, it's illegal to even ask you not to do that. They have to allow it.
Wow.
Nice. Really?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but the moment they made schools gun-free zones, they were asking for trouble.
Yep.
Yep.
By the way, you know how many school shootings we've had here in Utah?
0.
None.
Never.
0.
We've had one.
I got to ask you, and I really, really hate to get into politics on this channel. I try to avoid it, but I really want to know how in the hell did Mitt Romney become a freaking senator from Utah?
I'm still trying to figure that out myself. I was so annoyed by that. I mean, whether you like Mitt Romney or not, that was so slimy. It's like, go run in your own state. You came out here, basically bought property in Utah so that he could win. And as much as I hate to say this, he's a member of the same church I am, and that's most of the population here. And so I think he just knew that if he ran here, it was just going to be walk right into that position.
Well, I don't mean to offend anybody, but if I found out Mitt Romney was part of my religion, I'd be finding a new religion for him.
Or just maybe finding a new religion for Mitt Romney is what I'd like to do.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm perfectly happy with my religion. I'm just not perfectly happy with Mitt Romney.
I have a feeling he used the religion card to get in there. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He totally did. That's exactly what he did.
He's not even really a true member of the party he represents.
No.
He is, well, he's kind of like, well, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get into it too deep here.
Yeah, we already dove kind of deeper than I thought we would on that, but
yeah.
Hey, let's just save it for Friday. Let's just save it for Friday.
Friday for Jeremy's chat.
There you go. We'll let Jeremy get the hate mail on that.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, Jeremy.
There's a block button for a reason. If it gets too bad.
Yeah. Speaking of, gosh, I've got this one video. It's called The Cowboy Load. And it's about, loading the single action army with 5 instead of 6. And ever since Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, that video is now I think it's 750,000 views or something. And it's most of the revenue for my channel. And most of the viewers, though, are kids playing video games. And between the term Cowboy Load and my name being able to be easily turned into a racial slur, I've had to disable commenting on that video entirely because I was blocking people 15 times a day. Because
the funny thing is I've wanted to bring up that question too. And I avoided.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say we've never had our own jokes about it, but I can't have that on YouTube.
You're right. I know. Oh yeah, I remember when I watched that video and I looked down the comments. I was like, "Holy crap, Dustin!"
Yeah. I was going through and I was normally if they're just insulting or whatever, I'll just leave them. But when they're racial stuff in today's world, I block those ones.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where I was blocking 15 different people a day. And just a couple of weeks ago, I finally said, I can't keep up with this. And I just turned off commenting on that video.
Hey, amen to you. Amen to you.
Jace, do you mind giving me some more coffee, please? I don't want to get up anymore in my back.
But commenters in general, they can be so much fun. I had one the other day, or was it today? Today or yesterday? And he says, I don't remember what video it even was, but it was back before I bought the Rode mic, and his comment was, buy a damn mic. And just out of curiosity, I looked at his channel and it says, this channel has no content. So I replied, make a damn video.
Oh, I do that crap. I do that to people all the time. Learn to edit. Where's your videos?
Yeah, they've got none.
I had a guy recently comment on one of mine. He says,
thank you, Jason.
It was poor representation, and I forgot to put the pictures in, but I wasn't going to re-edit and re-upload and take another 6 hours to do it, so I just left it as it was. And he commented, he's like, oh, you didn't have the pictures, and you didn't show this, and you talk too much, less talking and more showing. And I told him, I said, well, buy a freaking camera and show me how to fucking do it.
Yeah, seriously.
They're only 140 for a cheap one at Walmart in my area. And these little handy cams.
Yeah. I mean,
heck, I don't even own one. I'm shooting on my phone.
For those of you watching that want to get into YouTube and think you got to invest a whole bunch, Dustin films from his phone, and he's got the biggest channel out of all of us. $1,000 freaking camera.
I don't have any money, and I can do YouTube, and I don't have any money. You can do YouTube
subscribers
too.
2 weeks ago.
This literally was what I started off with. A phone. This right here, a phone, a cell phone.
That's just fine.
Yep.
I mean, just get a good editing software. I mean, I think if I'm saying this, all Santee uses is a phone.
Yeah, he's still using an iPhone also, and he's 35,000 subscribers now. It's huge.
Yeah.
You just broke 1,000, didn't you, Dustin?
I'm about 10,270, something like that.
And I remember 2 years ago when you was just barely breaking 1,000.
Yeah, I almost got demonetized because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just the first time I discovered your channel, and
and by the way, big thanks to you because you gave a plug, and that kind of gave it the push.
Right.
I wasn't too far off. I was something like 70 shy or something like that. And then between your push and some Facebook shares and stuff, it jumped it right over. But then after that, I don't know what happened, but it just took off.
And I'm growing so damn slow. It's not even funny, which is fine. I ain't here to be Hitchcock for Christ's sake. But
yeah,
I found your Dustin. I found your channel thanks to that plug right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
there you go. Thanks, Duke.
Yeah, you bet.
And I mean,
Guys,
he stepped out. But no, it just honestly, that's how I found him, and I'm like, wow, I like this, and I think we just liked a lot of your stuff, and I sent you, I think, a friend request shortly after that on Facebook. Yeah. We started talking, and you helped me out a lot. Both of y'all have when it comes to stuff I didn't know about.
Oh, thanks.
And so every time someone asks me a question, I don't know the answer. I send them a video of y'all, or I ask y'all the question, and then tell them what y'all say.
Well, I've noticed, and I don't know, Dustin, if you've noticed this either, but I was looking on the analytics last week, and my freaking views are down. My subscriptions are way down. I don't know what happened, but people aren't finding my videos.
I'm noticing that too on my channel. The only reason it's still growing, but not like it was. And most of the growth that I'm seeing now is just off that one cowboy load video.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm grateful for it. And, and I should clarify too, when I made the comment about all those young kids watching, most of them are cool. Most of them are great. But there's just so many of the loud minority ones. That's why I turned the commenting off. But like, I'm actually working on another Red Dead Redemption video just as kind of a nod to all these people. Because even though I'm not really into video games, I'm into the real guns. But I have to say, if it wasn't for those video gamers, I wouldn't have near 10,000 subscribers.
No, you did the right video at the right time is what you did.
Yeah.
And that's really all it takes. It takes one video at the right time.
I don't know. I've gone back and looked at that Cowboy Load video, like looking at the tags I put on it, and I can't figure out why that video stands out all the time. And it's like it comes and goes. It comes in waves. It went like a year and a half, because I didn't post it when that game came out. I posted that like a year and a half before that game came out. And it had like 1,200 views in that whole year and a half. Then Red Dead comes out, and it immediately jumped to like 450,000.
Right.
And then now it's about 750,000. And yeah, it's just whenever the waves come in, I can tell by the comments it's gamers. And that's not even a gaming video, but because the gun is in the game, I guess.
Right.
It relates to it. But yeah, so now I plan on doing some more Red Dead videos just because I feel like, hey, these guys made my channel grow. I got to throw them something, give them some video game videos.
Right.
Yeah, well, I have a question for you. Why is it that I only have 125, 26 subs? But on my 9 muzzleloader video that I made when I first started my channel has over 1.5K views.
Yeah, you did something right there. Something in the tags or the description.
No, there is no tags on the video. It is literally called my review of the Knight LK93 muzzleloader.
Oh.
The name itself will show up when you do a search on it. So obviously people are looking for that particular gun. But I noticed last year that one of the videos I did like 4 years ago on the Pieta 1860 Army, it had something like 10,000 views on it. And over the period of a month, it got 56,000 views.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden it just flatlined again. So something happened. People were looking at Pieta 1860 armies.
I think Cap and Ball did something on them around that time. It seems like every time someone like a Cap and Ball does one, like like he did one with the Remington shortly after I did mine. My view on the Remington shot up for like a day or two and then just stopped.
But right now, the Pieta 1860, it's the highest view I've gotten. It's like 66,000 views, and
cool.
I think next is my Walker video, and it's 50-some thousand. And I don't have that big channel growth. Mine's just real slow, steady.
Nothing wrong with that, though, because at least you know that they're genuine through and through. They're not people that just flooded your channel on a whim. And I'm not saying that's what all mine are either, but it's just at least it's been continuous, steady.
Right.
Yeah, there may not be as many, but they're real.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of mine are real too, but they're just real in a way I didn't expect, like the video gaming and stuff. And so I had a guy ask me in a comment, he's like, "Why do you keep making more of these video game videos?" And I was like, "Well, hey, these guys put the channel where it is."
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. I don't know if you see this, Dustin, but Bings, you brought up Red Dead Redemption. This gun in there.
Yeah.
I had to get one of these, and they're not real expensive. So if you in the market for a shotgun, they ain't real expensive. They're fairly cheap, but yeah, this one's gonna go to the range tomorrow.
That's cool.
I don't know if you've seen this yet on my channel yet or not, Dustin. My sharps.
No, I haven't. I think you posted about it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video though. Not yet.
I haven't got to take out the mini that Michael sent me yet. I haven't finished making the paper cartridges. I'm trying to make them historically accurate, and it just takes forever using that historical glue for them. They just dried today. I started making them yesterday, but that projectile's on there. And this is that Christmas tree. Only one I do not have is Mark Hubb's one. I'm going to take out and do some grouping with them, see which one's more accurate. And this thing, you would figure it'd kick a lot because it's a 54. No, it's just that extra weight of it. And a very nice light recoil. I say to me, it feels kind of like shooting a low-powered 20-gauge load.
That's nice.
Well, I just reading when we haven't been keeping up on the comment section.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching for trolls, and that's about it. I figured I saw something that.
So, Trapper Paul said that Red Dead hasn't come out with a good Colt yet, but Pat Putnam responded to that and said they got the 1873 Single Action Army, which is the Cattleman in there. Which
that's not the Single Action Army. That's the Cattleman now.
Yeah. What I'm upset is they don't have any kind of Remington variants in there.
No,
and
they didn't the original either. They had the Colt. They had a copy of the Colt Single Action, which was the Cattleman. They had the double action revolver, which was the Colt 70.
Wasn't one called the Lightning and one the Thunderer?
Yeah, the Lightning was crap. I think the first one was crap. The second one was good.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was.
Because the first one could get out of time so damn easy. Anyway, they had that copy. Then they had the copy of the Browning High Power, which was made when Browning was working for Colt.
Yeah, it seems like it's all Colt products, there's no Remington.
They had the LeMat, then they had the Volcanic, and I
think the LeMat wasn't the LeMat just in online though.
Mm-hmm.
Not the original. The original, it was part of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I've never played the original. I never would have played the second one either. I just played it because all my viewers were talking about it, and I didn't know what they were saying. And I was like, maybe I ought to play this.
Happened, and I doubt it happened, but I would love to see for like a DLC, to see them revamp the original with the graphics of the new one.
Oh.
Because the freaking terrain detail is so freaking awesome in the new one.
For some reason, I keep getting the bad ending on Red Dead Redemption.
Well, that's because you keep killing people.
Well, they start shooting first, so I shoot back.
I have a question about Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead, Dustin.
If I played it, I'm on my second playthrough right now.
You're right.
But when I played it the first time, and this is, by the way, for anybody watching, spoilers if you haven't played the game. But anyways, I beat it as Arthur, and Arthur died,
Yeah.
And then in the epilogue, I'm John.
Mm-hmm.
And then in epilogue 2, I'm John. And then I did the whole thing where I went with Sadie and we killed Micah and Dutch just kind of left, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And it seemed like at that point the game was over, but then I was just free, like I was still playing.
Right. It's like the world after that.
Yeah, it just becomes an open world, or you can go online and play it.
So I figured it's probably over. So I started the game again just to play some of the things differently.
Right.
And now I'm at the point. I'm at the John Marsden point again. In fact, I was playing it just right before we got on here. And
there are certain things you can do while you're playing as Arthur that won't take effect or change until you are John Marston. Like there's one place where it's a Civil War funded. If you actually donate to them as your Arthur, it'll come back when you're John Marston in that area. It'll be actually finished, and his name will actually be on it.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I did find Arthur's grave, which was kind of cool.
I haven't done that yet, but I'm on my 4th playthrough, so I'm really taking my time this time.
Yeah. So what in the and again, spoilers for those who haven't played the game, but when you get down into New Austin as John, there's that Fort Mercer, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't played around with that at all this playthrough, but on the first playthrough, I found that fort, but it never was a mission that had anything to do with it.
No, it's just a gang hideout. If you're talking about Fort Mercer, because it lagged out on my end, so I didn't catch all that.
Yeah, where the Del Lobos hang out.
Yeah, it's just a gang hideout. So, and I'm going to give too much away if I say this, but that fort is mostly based off the place I work at.
Really?
Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, yeah, it's just a gang hideout. There's not a lot in New Austin, and I was very disappointed with that. Because you go down there and they've got cholera and armadillo, tumbleweeds, not anything going on. I mean, I rode around the place. Some of the little towns that were way off in the far corners of the map that, you can go rent a room or play poker and stuff, or private ranches, and you'll get shot if you ride up into them.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed. I was impressed by the detail, but I was disappointed in the there wasn't much there.
Yeah, I agree.
At the same time, I can't blame him because the rest of the map was just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I really wish they'd have had Mexico in there. I wanted to see if Mexico was as beautiful as the rest of it, but they didn't have Mexico, so.
Yeah.
But
there's that Guarma Island.
Yeah, but that's actually Cuba.
Oh, is that what that is based on?
Yeah, that's an island off of Cuba. But in the original, you go down into Mexico, and they had a section that actually looked like Monument Valley. And then they had a part that even looked like Utah. They had a bunch of the arches there.
Yeah.
And then you get up to the area that looks more like Mexico, places in Mexico, the white desert, sandy looking stuff.
Yeah. And of course, up in the regular map, there's the Yellowstone. I think they call it Kotora Springs or something, but it's Yellowstone. Yeah.
You
got the geysers and the hot springs. That was kind of cool.
I dumped a body down the hot spring in my first playthrough.
I put one down the geyser because I wanted to see if it would shoot him out. It didn't.
Yeah, I did that too, and I never seen it happen. But yeah, it's funny. On my first playthrough, when I went through it just as fast as I could, because once I get a game, I just got to know what's going to happen next. So I just do the story mode.
Yeah.
And then on the second one, I took a little break. So I blew through it again. Now I'm on my 4th. I'm taking my time. I'm really slow doing, going through, doing the side missions and stuff, and trying to find everything.
See, it takes me forever to finish a game like Red Dead Redemption. Because I try to do all the side missions and all this stuff, and
me too.
It takes forever, and then I finally say, screw it, let's finish this, and then so I'll just do this other stuff later. I was going to start streaming it on my channel, but that was around the time me and my ex-wife started having a lot of problems. She just started. It just got to where I couldn't anymore. Might pick it back up and just delete that one, restart it all over again. That was a lot of fun.
Drew Tatum says you should tie someone up and place them on the railroad tracks.
Oh, I've already done that lots of times.
So many times it's not even funny. And the old one, when the train would hit them, they just turn into a pink mist. It's been so long since I did it on the new one. I don't even remember now, but I remember, that it was a little bit more detailed, so to speak.
Yeah,
That thing where you tie them up and put them on the train tracks, I did that to the KKK leader.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I rode up into the middle of them on their first meeting down there in Lemoyne.
Yeah.
Dynamite in there, where you can hear them going, "Oh God, dynamite!" But the fuse was so short because I cooked it for a little bit, and I killed all of them with a single stick of dynamite. So then I went and I was picking their pockets, and apparently there was a little glitch because as I was picking the pockets, the freaking cross fell down on me and started me on fire.
Oh. You know what I do on that game so many times, and I always feel bad when I do it? I'll be riding around on the horse, and I'll forget that my guy has a gun in his hand, because sometimes you can't see the little revolver if it looks like he's just driving the horse.
Right.
And when you push a button to highlight a person to talk to him, well, if you're holding the gun, that's also the aim, and then they start shooting at you, and it's like, wait, that's not what I wanted to do, sir. Then it's too late. Then you got to kill him, and
then you gotta hide the body, and you gotta kill anybody.
And then you might as well steal their horse, so you steal their horse.
I found out though that, like, when you're riding around and you're in an area where there's a lot of the the O'Driscolls, especially them frickin' Murphy boys, always ride with a shotgun drawn.
Yeah.
My favorite is a pump action with the slugs.
Yep. And did you ever make the exploding slugs?
No, I never did that.
I just figured that out the other day. The hardest part of it is finding enough animal fat. That's an ingredient. And to do that, like, the fastest way to do that is to dynamite somebody's pen full of pigs. But then you're wanted. So you have to hurry and do it before you get killed for it.
I've got to do that now. I've got to try that.
I got to do now.
Pigs are a good source of animal fat in that game, and so the fastest way: go up to a farm, and there's a pen full of pigs. Just lob a stick of dynamite in there, take them all out at once, and then skin them and get the fat. But then get on your horse and ride like crazy because everybody's coming after you.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to do that now.
I do too.
You have to buy a pamphlet too from like that fence in Emerald Ranch sells them. You have to buy the exploding slug pamphlet.
Right. And
then you get the animal fat, and I think you have to have dynamite, and then you just sit down and craft, and you just make these things.
Right.
But yeah, you go into like an O'Driscoll camp or whatever with exploding slugs, and it's seconds, and it's over. It's quick.
Well, I got to where I sneak up on those O'Driscoll camps and throw a stick of dynamite in the middle of the fire.
Yeah, me too. Or a fire bottle.
Then you sit back and wait, and there'll be like 3 or 4 more show up.
Yeah.
Someone said animal fat comes up with sheep of any kind or hogs. They run wild in West Elizabeth and up and around cooler areas too.
Yeah.
There's animal fat in the sheep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you see that shepherd guy riding around, just throw dynamite in the middle of the flock and then gather all the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was getting it from grizzly bears too, so I was riding around up in the country and shooting bears.
Oh.
But
have y'all
freaking grizzlies in this game? Holy crap! The grizzlies.
Have any of y'all killed the legendary grizzly bear yet?
Yes.
Holy shit! The bears are awesome.
I want to go kill that. I took everything I could to kill that legendary grizzly bear, and I keep dying.
Shotgun with slugs.
Yeah, that'll do it. There's a mission at the beginning of the game where you find the legendary bear, and it's hard to kill him there because you don't have much for guns yet. But you go back with shotguns and slugs, and he's no problem.
Yeah, you just get the pump action shotgun, equip the slugs, And when he starts coming at you, go to Deadeye and just put 5 tick marks right on his head. And just boom, boom, boom. About the 4th one will kill him, but 5th one's good measure.
And later in the game, if you still haven't got him, you can get the semi-auto shotgun. That's the one I like.
Right.
See, I never bought the pump shotgun. I bought the rolling block.
So there's a free pump shotgun. There's one, forget. I'll have to text you when I go on the game and figure this out. But there's a little farm, one of the little farms like up north of Valentine. If you go in there, you climb up this ladder to a loft, and there's a case with a free pump shotgun in it.
And see, I pre-ordered mine, so I got the pump action and the volcanic and the what the hell is the other one? I got another gun for free. So
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Pat Putnam says use express rounds and Deadeye right to his head. Okay.
yeah,
I might have
that's
to pick those up.
different rounds.
I just got the 4570 lever gun in my game on my second playthrough. And I might go pick up some of those express rounds.
Trapper Paul asked if we play online or just story mode. I just play story mode because I don't want to buy Xbox Gold.
That's me too. I don't want to pay to play a video game, so I just play on the story. But that game's so in depth, it's like I don't need any more.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I don't want to play PlayStation.
I don't know. Does Xbox and PS4 with this game cross reference? Because if it did, I might be willing to buy it just so I can play with Dustin and the other guys. But
Yeah, that might be fun.
yeah,
Well, I think you would have to have a PlayStation to play with me. And I don't know what
mine's a
that's for.
PlayStation. Mine's a PlayStation 4.
well, see, the way I understood it is the reason why it took them so long to get Red Dead out was part of it was that they was trying to get them to where you could cross over. And so if you was playing online with a PlayStation, you could be playing against somebody with an Xbox and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, PlayStation's it won't be that stuff won't be done until PlayStation 5 because PlayStation was being a total asshole. I don't know what changed, but they were a total a-hole about it. I mean, because you couldn't cross-platform on so many things before.
Right.
That's what made these PCs and Xbox fan heads. And I don't care. I've got a PC that I play games on. I got a phone that I play games on when I'm bored and at work. I got a PlayStation 4. I don't have an Xbox One yet.
Well, I wish now I'd have done the PlayStation because Xbox is a real pain. The new Xbox is a pain.
That's what I heard because I haven't played video games in so long until this Red Dead, and so I was asking a bunch of relatives that play games, and I was like, okay, I need to get this Red Dead game, but what system do I get? And everybody said PS4.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox has the really good graphics, but the Xbox is a pain in the butt because you got to be connected to the internet all the time. Won't let you play on if you don't have the internet. It just aggravates the heck out of me. And then when you buy a game on a disc, you still got to download and be connected to the internet to use it. So I was not happy with that. I like the old Xbox where you bought the disc, you put the disc in the freaking console, and it played the game.
Yeah, that's my limit of my understanding with video games too.
Well, on some games on the PlayStation 4, you got to do that, but that's just it's like a system update to play the game.
Right, yeah. Shouldn't have to be all the time, though.
Yeah.
Boy, they're really spraying the mosquitoes good tonight. Jesus.
They haven't even started spraying for ours yet.
Oh, they're starting to get serious about ours. But the little
Out here,
fog
you're on your own.
around, I could fart and put out more fog than that little fogger that they're using on that.
Although all they do here is just annoy them.
I've seen foggers that, they drive through one street and half the town's fogged. And they do every street, so, the mosquitoes are dead before they ever have a chance to even try to hit the ground. But the little one we got here, the little wee stream of fog goes out the back and they drive around town all night long.
Sky Hunter said there's going to be an update where you can be bounty hunters. I might try that out. I don't know. It just depends if I decide to do the stream again. I might do some online stuff.
Like I said, well, things I can't cross-reference, I ain't going to bother trying to get the online stuff, so.
Yeah, I probably won't either.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be worth it to record it and, have Duke and Dustin and Jeremy and Michael face off in the game.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It seems like I can just be riding through town. Next thing I know, wanted for something. I'm like, what the heck did I do? I've been in town all day. And then I'm like, oh, right. I killed somebody over there because they shot at me. I get freaking wanted for shooting the O'Driscoll boys. Because they shot at me.
Bastards, every chance I can find them. All right. So we are 2 hours in. I think we'll go ahead and we'll go for 11 o'clock, and we'll shut her off at 11, providing everybody's still awake and wanting to participate. But remember, if you got any questions, just throw them over there on the side. We've not been real good about keeping up on the chat tonight, but we'll try to.
Yeah, we kind of turned into a video game chat there for a while.
Yeah. Thanks for talking about holsters and stuff. And now we're on the Red Dead kicks. Any black powder gun questions you got, throw them over there. For those of you that have those questions, we'll try to pay attention here to them a little bit better. Mike's probably been reading the chat here better than most of us. I see him type something in there so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking a couple of questions and nothing really pertaining to what we were talking about.
Well, I mean, we could have brought it up. I mean, we could. I saw one, but y'all were talking. I didn't want to be rude. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, Spy Hunter mentioned also that hopefully in the future there'll be a offshoot or whatever, an option to play as a saloon owner in Red Dead. I wasn't really too involved in that conversation because I'm not much of a gamer. I think the last gaming system I owned was a PlayStation 2.
That's been a while then. So
yeah, it's been quite a while.
I never owned a gaming system until I was 27 years old. And that's when I heard that Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming out. So I went and bought myself an Xbox One and a TV. And then I found out they delayed it. So some of it sit there on the counter and didn't get used until Red Dead came out. I take it back. I did play some Call of Duty because Call of Duty World War II came out then. And I had high hopes for that. And that was a bitter disappointment.
Oh, it was.
Oh, God. The Call of Duty, they've just gone to the online crap. The story modes are complete crap anymore.
We were just asked if we heard about Dog's wife, about her passing.
I did on Facebook.
I'll literally open my Facebook and that's like literally all the stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm turning off Facebook now. She has.
I'm gonna have to jump off, guys. My phone's about to die on me.
Okay. Well, good having you, Dustin. We'll catch you on the next one, maybe.
All right, sounds good.
Good to see you, Dustin.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Who was we talking about there?
Dog the bounty hunter's wife, Beth something. I can't remember her last name, but it was like all over Facebook today. Yeah, it was like literally that's like all of my Facebook, and I'm like, I'm just getting off Facebook today. Well, that's all I was hearing about at work, and I'm like, I'm tired of hearing about this. Let's, I mean, look at something else. Nope. So screw it. I'll watch YouTube. No. Have either one of y'all ever owned one of these? Now the Thompson, what is it? The Thompson Center or is it Traditions? I can't remember.
It's probably Traditions. It looks like something Traditions had put out.
No, it's Thompson Center.
Oh.
It's meant for the pistol. This spout holds 20 grains. So.
Yeah, I got a brass one, or I had a brass one. I didn't really care for it all that much, so I went and I got a Colt style one that I really like, and I've got a Remington style one, but the Remington style one leaks powder, so I kind of got to be careful when I'm loading with it.
I just got the Traditions brass one.
Yeah, I got the Colt one just because I'm more of a traditionalist.
At the time I couldn't shell out, and that was like $20 cheaper than one of those reproduction ones.
Speaking of which, beans, I'm going to be filming videos tomorrow. I probably should start rounding up the guns and crap I'm going to be shooting tomorrow.
Probably a good idea. Hopefully, I'll be able to get out this weekend and it won't be flooded.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take this lever action out tomorrow and the double barrel, and I thought about taking one of the black powders. The thing is, I still got to clean a couple of them from last fall.
Ooh, so they're probably good. They're probably good and rusted.
Again?
No, I checked them, and the powder caked and dried on them, but it's not. There's no rust on them, so I got lucky there. But I'm gonna have to get that done here before too long.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't. I started.
Oh no, I was what was that double barrel that you got again, Duke?
It's a Cimarron.
Oh, the Cimarron. That's right.
Yeah, it's a copy of the Colt 1878.
Okay.
And when I bought it, I was looking it over, and I mean, it had hex screws, hex nuts all over the damn thing, and I thought, Jesus Christ, I paid way too much for a piece of Chinese junk. And so I just thought, I'll look up online. So I got to looking around, and this thing is a very, very, very faithful copy of the original. So I'm going to keep it.
Spy Hunter he says, so guys, I was looking around at my local Brass Pro Shop has an 1851 Navy for sale. What do you think about it? Is it worth it?
Pietta's good for the money, and if you want a gun that's going to last you long, and if you don't plan on doing anything like historical reenacting, Pietta's just fine. Go with the Pietta. If you want to do historical reenacting, then I would go with the Uberti. I'd spend a little bit extra money. It's like I said earlier, Ubertis look pretty, but they don't last long. Piettas look ugly, and they last forever. So go with the Pietta. Shoot it.
You were talking about accuracy earlier. This Pietta right here, 30 yards, man-sized target, it's hitting the body every time.
Right. Well, see, I take my Pietta 58 Remington, and when I shot it, I had a group that was that tight on the first one, and then the second group, it was like that. So mine apparently does not like being dirty, whereas the Pietta 1860, the Colt copy, it started out as a group like that, and as it got dirtier, the group just kept shrinking down. So
it was probably switching the bullet, pressing on the bullet more.
Yeah. So I like I said, I'm a Colt fan. You couldn't get me to buy another Remington unless it was original, because the copies, I just ain't satisfied with any of the copies that are out there.
Well, it just seems like it depends on what Remington you get. If it's made on a Monday, or if it's not made on a Monday or Friday, it's good. That's what I've noticed.
The ones that are made on Monday and Friday suck, because on Monday they're hungover from the weekend, and they just don't care. And on Friday they're ready to get off and go drink and get drunk again, so they just don't care. So you want a Tuesday through Thursday gun.
Yeah, and I think that's what my second one was. Only thing I've had to do to mine is that mine was shooting kind of high, so I just had to carefully file off and flatten the top off mine on both of mine, get it down to shooting about a minute of angle at 30 yards. Or, like a group like this. Well,
Well, like at 30 yards, a minute of angle is less than half an inch.
That right there, that one right there,
Yeah.
that's 5 shots with the Remington.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Now I know you're full of crap.
No. Just 5 different cylinders. No. No, because it was hitting. It would either hit. It would hit all in this area right here.
Gotcha.
They're all shooting over it, except for that one chamber that would hit right there every freaking time. But I mean, and by the way, if you're ever looking for a spinner target, Duke, this thing right here at Walmart, I think I paid $15 for.
Yeah.
Just goes out there, you can just either stick it in the ground or just set it up there. I mean, it's taking 5460 cartridges, so it'd probably take anything else you throw at it besides. You know
Got
what?
it. And old 6-volt Creedmoor.
Probably not.
Unless it's AR 500.
I honestly don't know what it's made out of. It doesn't say on the box. It just says hardened steel.
As funny as my uncle made a gong. We was shooting it with black powder, and it didn't dent it or nothing, but it gave it a hell of a good ring. And we sit out there and we'd shoot it for. We just go out. We used to before we started going to the rifle club. When I started filming my YouTube videos, we just go out on the friend's pasture and set up the steel gong and just sit out there and shoot, and then occasionally prairie dogs stick their head up, so we'd go and shoot them. But anyway, yeah, the steel gong was great. I mean, it didn't get dented by the black powder guns at all. And then we decided, well, we needed a target for the 22 one day, so we started shooting the 22 at it. We can't use it at all anymore.
Oh, a bunch of holes in it?
Crap out of it. It did put holes in it, but it put dimples that deep into it.
Just spin it around.
No, because now it's got an uneven surface, so them bullets it can ricochet and come right back at you. Because I mean, it is dimpled. We'd set it up at 75 yards even, and it was far enough out we couldn't see the dimples until after we'd done our shooting, and then we're like, oh crap, that was a really bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know how well you can tell, but that's how thick it is, and it just says high. It says hardened carbon steel. That's all it says.
That's probably AR 500. It would probably handle a 6.5 Creedmoor at 100 yards.
I don't know. I'll let you buy your own and test it because I like this thing. I do.
Hey, dude, are you shooting conicals at all out of your 51 Navies?
Yeah, I've got the Colt cartridge works, and I got the Richmond 36, and I think that's the only 2 36s I got.
And
the third one in there.
And those are all Ubertis?
Yeah, all my 36s are Ubertis.
So, did they have the ramrod? Was it sunk deep enough to accommodate the conicals then?
Oh yeah. Uberti. That's another good thing about Uberti is you can use the conicals.
Okay.
The Piettas, you gotta buy a Uberti plunger and put in them.
Or you have to use the Lee real bullet ones that they come out with that or have the rounded tip to them.
Yeah.
The only bullet or the only model gun that is not made for conicals and by either company is the Remington, and the originals were not made for conicals either. So they would turn a conical into a wad cutter.
All right. Because I got some Colt cartridge work bullets for my 36, but I noticed that the plunger on it was very hollow. So
$15 for a Uberti Navy 51 Navy plunger, and if you're wrong, then $15 ain't that much to be out of.
Yeah,
you can take a Dremel tool and make it that
Yeah, I might do a little smithing on it if worst comes to worst. But I might just order me a Uberti plunger and see if that'll work.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, I mean,
I could always return it.
Try to try to make it conical friendly, but if you screw it up, you know, $15 is better than having to replace it and screwed up one, I would think. But
Yeah, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Or I might load them in and see how bad they deform.
yeah,
They're going to deform pretty much a lot.
depends on how much pressure you're putting on and how much powder. See, I shoot all my bullets with a wad behind them, and I found out that the conicals don't really like that all that much.
No.
And I have to reduce it by a couple, 2 or 3 grains to get them to work when I do that.
Dude, you what I found is that you got to take them like this in some hot lube or warm lube and just dip them like that. Just don't, and that works. If you don't lose a little bit of lube around the top, but you're gonna keep a lot on the side, and it helps.
I'm gonna. Well, I did the video tests on the Colt Cartridge Works and the Johnson & Dows, and I did them in a hurry back in December, and I made the videos. I put them up, and never gave a thought to the fact that you know, that the wads would screw up a chronograph test. So I'm going to end up redoing them, and I'm going to use full charges. And instead of a wad, I'm going to use grease. So I'm just going to pack a bunch of grease up around the nose of the bullet and let it.
Don't put it on a stand because that grease will come back on your hand.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way with that little freaking pocket model.
But Michael, this is what the Uberti and the original and the Piettas look like for the Remingtons.
Let me highlight that, Jeremy, here. Just keep holding it up there. Yeah, it's made for round ball. It's not really made for.
Yeah, or a rounded conical. It's not meant for this pointed bullet.
Which
it flattens it all out.
I do have the Lee conical mold. I just haven't molded or cast any Lee conicals yet.
I've got one. I've got it for 36. I don't have a 36 anymore. I'm going to be getting rid of that here soon.
Trapper Paul asks, is Plowboy going to be on again? Yeah, I'd like to have him back on again, but he emailed me last time. I guess I can email him. Maybe I'll see if he wants to do it next week.
I've been trying to keep you.
All of you are familiar with Blackie Thomas. He reached out to me about a month ago when I was so damn busy I couldn't even park without taking 5 minutes out something else to do it. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can get him on here. We might have to do a special time. But he was wanting to do a chat with me. So yeah, we'll try to get Plowboy back, and I'd like to get Santee back on here. Santee is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've been trying to keep these going so Plowboy could go. Come on, get off work and come on.
I'm going to try to get him on. I'll see about trying to get him on next week. But yeah, we'll get, like I said, we'll get Plowboy back on. We'll get Santee back on. Try to get Blackie Thomas on from his YouTube channel. I can't even remember the name now. It's getting too late in the evening. And there's somebody else I was going to try. Mark Hubbs. I'd like to try to get Mark Hubbs on here one of these nights.
Yeah, that would be fun to have him on.
And see if he'd be interested in doing that. And if he's not, well, I'm not going to push him. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Maybe pick his brain about what bullets he's thinking about maybe coming out with.
But Duke, that's the start of my Wonder Wads right there.
Oh, nice.
Look how thin that is.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
But it's just.
Okay, before I forget, because I was gonna tell Jeremy to remind me of this, and I forgot to tell him that. I've recently contacted Uberti about reintroducing the Patterson revolvers. And they said that there's no talk about reintroducing them, but they'd pass it on to the engineers. So basically them telling me that, yeah, we're not going to freaking do it. but I want to kind of gather up and see how many people would be interested in buying them. So I imagine if they did reintroduce the Pattersons, you'd probably be looking in the $500 to $600 range. Pietas just went up to damn near $800 a piece, and I don't think anybody has them in stock right now. They've got over in the United States because they're doing through EMF. The whole EMFs get transferred to Pieta. Anyway, how many of you out there watching now would be interested in buying a Uberti made Patterson revolver? And if we can't get Uberti to do it, I was thinking about contacting tomorrow. I was going to contact Cimarron Arms and see maybe if they can do a special run, which means we're going to, if they do it, we'll pay a little bit more money.
But it'd be better quality.
Yeah. I've got a Uberti Patterson, and I love that little son of a bitch. In fact, it's in the living room right now. But yeah. So if you would be willing to do that, I'm going to collect and say, hey, I call Cimarron tomorrow or the next day. Say, hey, I know there's this many people that would be interested in buying one. Would Cimarron be interested in contacting Uberti and trying to set something up to where we could get some going?
Yeah. Well, if I had the money, if I wasn't in the situation I was in now, gladly, I gotta save what I can.
Right.
I'll be probably moving to Pennsylvania, and that's a big old move right there.
Oh yeah, that's
near Pennsylvania. Yeah.
I was never really big in the Pattersons myself. I always, I don't know. I everything after the 51 Navy was more, what I was into.
Right.
And then I've got a couple of guns on my mind that I want to get before I get anything else. So I probably wouldn't be that interested in it. But I mean, if you could, I would definitely be a proponent to getting them to make a special run, because I mean, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Right.
Oh, crap, I almost forgot. I talked to the t-shirt shop. They would be willing to do it, but it would have to be online sales only, and they would have to get in touch, have to have at least 4 other content creators willing to do that.
Gotcha.
And only use their shop.
Right. Yeah, I was going to also talk about that tonight, and that was another thing I forgot to talk about. I'm still thinking about doing the t-shirts. So for those of you that saw that we had such a problem with that t-shirt company, Teespring, we had a problem with them. They gave me problems, so I told them that I wasn't going to do business with them anymore. However, I found another t-shirt company, but unlike Teespring, they don't offer the the ability to sell t-shirts without me having to chip out money. I'm going to have to chip out money. So what I have in mind, and I'm going to try to select a few of the shirts that I've got designed here. What I had in mind was that we would see how many people be interested, and then what would happen is if you were interested, you'd order the number of t-shirts you want, the size you want, and we'd run a campaign for 30 days, and once the 30 days were up, whoever ordered, then we'd order the t-shirts. So basically, you pay ahead of time, just like you would if you was ordering them. Then once the campaign's done, we pass that info, the order, on to the t-shirt company. Then they would send me the t-shirts, and then I'd send them on to you. And I'm going to try to I'm going to try to do the split or the share screen here so that you all can see these shirts. All right, let's get it put up here.
Okay.
All right, give me a quick second here so I can get this figured out. All right. right, screen share. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want the entire screen. So, okay, I'm going to start with that. Let me highlight me. And then we got the infinite loop of Michael's getting smaller through that thing.
Okay.
All right, so
There you go.
So you can see the shirts now, hopefully. So this is the first one with the 1887, just a simple Duke Frazier Productions. We got the same one for this channel, which is the Frazier's Raiders. And I'm just going to keep going on through the line here. I'll kind of take my time so y'all can have a look at it. This one was a coffee cup that I had in mind. This one was through Teespring, so I'm going to have to find somebody else that can do a coffee cup.
The place I'm talking about does coffee cups as well, Duke.
Okay. Well, I've got another venue that a guy offered, but the reason I went with this company here is because I can get the shirts for, it would cost me $8 to order them. And so I'd sell them for 16 to 20. That's what I was looking, but I'd have to go back and look and see if they did do coffee cups, but this one's another one for just the regular channel, the Duke Frazier Productions, as you can see there. Another one for the live chat here. And then this one is a quote for Sam Walker, quote of Sam Walker's in a letter to Samuel Colt, where he's talking about the use of the Pattersons against the Comanches by the Rangers. This one actually I was thinking of using to kind of get some funds for the that big film project I've been working on for the last couple of years. And then we've got this version of the Frazier's Raiders with the crossed walkers. So anyway, that's the styles that we've got for right now. The choices are going to be limited to just this. We're not going to come up with anything else for the initial drive if it happens. But if you're interested, we will try to put that together here in the coming future. I got to get back over to where I can see the comments and see how people are responding.
We got West Covina Dodge joining us.
Howdy, West Covina.
I like to have him. I wouldn't mind. He'd be a good one to have on here too one night. You know it.
Right. Yeah, that would be. Well, we can throw him on here.
I was checking something. I noticed.
So I would like any comments about the T-shirts there, so I guess there's not much interest on that. Pat Putnam says I'd have one.
Yeah, it would. Well, I mean, if we could get it going, I mean, I could do a video saying something about it. You know, I think Michael would.
Yep, I'd grab those. I like several of those designs actually.
Yeah,
right.
And I mean, me and you worked on one for a few that you haven't shown yet, like for the Patterson and a few for the Walker that I still got saved up.
Right.
So we could have a big old store of just pistols.
Right.
I mean, if I'm thinking about make the one with my channel profile is getting those started getting so to help sell get some revenue going for my channel to kind of help out a little bit.
Trapper Paul says I'm not a fan of white shirts. Yeah, I can do any of the colors, but the reason I did white, I'd probably do white or gray, maybe that kind of a cream color. The reason I do that is because you got to order so many shirts to get the good screen printing from this company. So in order for this to go, I'm going to have a minimum commitment of 50 shirts. So, people buy multiple shirts, yeah, that'll help. But if I don't get 50 shirts, it ain't going to go. So if I don't see the interest now, I'm not going to bother doing it then. or later. I just it's to do 50 shirts. It cost me about $500, and I'd want to at least try to double that so I actually make something that we could use here on the channel. So they would go for 20 a piece. So even though I get $1,000 from it, the fact that I had to dish out 500 to buy the shirts, I'd only make $500. So
Man, that'd probably get you like one gun to test out.
right, one gun or
Gray would be better.
you know, I could always use new equipment too. I could use some lighting and other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's not going to be the big demand on the shirts, then I'm not going to bother with it. But
well, maybe it's something we could. Well, I've been having a few people asking for like shirts from me, so I might be looking at something.
The nice thing about Teespring is Teespring. I could set all this up. I could add all the colors. You could add any color you wanted. All I had to do was set up the designs, and they had sold it. And the fact that I used the word Raiders, and then I had YouTube on one of the shirts, they flagged me, and they wouldn't let me design any more shirts. And they said that they couldn't reinstate my ability to design shirts. So I told them, hell, if that's the way you're going to treat me, I ain't going to deal with your company anymore, and I ain't going to recommend them either.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm concerned, don't anybody do business with Teespring. They suck.
Teespring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teespring is what they are.
Some people are saying gray would be better for them.
Yeah.
Maybe if
That's probably what will wind up going as a gray or a cream or a dark. It won't be straight white.
Yeah. Duke, what I would like to see is, I don't know if you use this, the 45 caliber, this one right here. I'd like to get, I'd like to see you chronograph a few coming out of a black powder revolver.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna do any more of them in black powder because they freaking let it up my 73 single action so bad that.
Well, I was talking about like a cap and ball.
Well, they don't hold enough lube to. I suppose in a cap and ball I could work them, but I'm going to be getting a mold here before too long. That's a copy of the original Colt 45.
Yeah, I saw that. What I was thinking about doing, I just don't have a chronograph, is lubing it up completely, right? And then underneath, I lube one of these underneath it, and then a thin piece of styrofoam underneath that to keep, just for that, because I think that would help. But I can show it hitting something, but how fast is it going?
Right.
On whatever charge. And I think that could be something me and you could work on together. I just thought of that.
Yeah. I might try it here someday. I ain't going to do it anytime soon. The other reason I don't want to do it right now is because the lead that I've got is a little bit harder lead, and I really don't want to try to stuff that in one of my front stuffers. So I'd have to cast some new ones.
Yeah. Well, if I wasn't about out, I might be able to send you a few to do the video with, but I don't know.
So it looks like gray seems to be the most popular.
Yeah. Or gunmetal.
Or gunmetal. Well, gunmetal is a shade of gray. I don't
think
there's much choice in the type of gray we get, but
yeah, it might be kind of like, look, an off, it might be a gray, but I mean,
and like I said, it would have to be a shirt minimum. And it looks like some of the guys are saying they need a bigger size shirt, so that's going to increase the cost too. Because I want to make about double what I would cost me.
yeah.
So whatever, if I can get 50 people in it, and you can email me on my email, which I said I was going to put that down in the description link below. I'll try to remember to do that tonight or tomorrow morning.
I'll remind you.
Yeah. You can email me if I get at least an order of 50 shirts. We'll do it. But everybody's going to have to pay up before I order them. I'm not ordering them, then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, well, we don't have the money right now. And no, you pay me now or it doesn't happen. I'm not going to get stuck with $500 worth of shirts that I can't move.
Yeah. And that's why I'm kind of had to say it. I might have to go with Teespring or this small little place here. But I had to find, like I said, I'd have to find, if I use myself, that's one. I'd have to find 4 other people interested in doing something like that.
Spy Hunter, yeah. Well, I'm tended to get myself a little bit, so I understand. Octagon Garage. I'd buy a Patterson. Could you work a deal with Dixie Gunworks or can I tried getting a hold of Dixie many years ago about doing something with you, Bertie Pattersons, and the woman I talked to sounded about as interested as a cat is interested in a freaking dog bone.
Right?
I don't deal with Dixie anymore. I've had enough of their crap.
It seems like for like a gun company, you have to have Mike Bellevue level of influence.
Yeah. Although I've talked with Cimarron and Mike down there, the main guy, Mike, I've talked with him a couple times, and Mike is the guy to talk to if you want something done.
Well, I shouldn't say that because I've been talks with Night Rifle, trying to work out a deal with them. That's I don't because they want me just to be, I test their product, and I cannot do a CVA or anything. I'm like, no, I'm going to use what I like. If I don't like your product, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna give you an honest review.
Popular is Iraq Veteran 8888, then I can charge people $4,000 to do a review on their gun.
Right?
Can't believe that. Did you see that? I don't know if you guys are on Instagram or anything, but one of the people that Iraq Veteran used to deal with, they had a falling out, and the other guy got really upset. So he was, disclosing all the stuff that supposedly was supposed to be covered in a non-disclosure agreement that he may or may not have signed anyway. They charge like $4,000 to $5,000 a video for a review. Be like, hey, Birdie, you want me to review your gun? Cough up the money.
Well, I mean, if you notice, they always give even if they don't like it, they give a positive spin on everything. So,
yeah, it's because they're getting paid to do it.
Yeah, right.
Which, if you're that, I don't care if you're getting paid to do a review, but you need to tell us outright beforehand.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he was getting a lot of flack recently. A lot of other gun YouTube creators, or Pro 2A YouTube creators were, calling him a shill and this and that, and they were giving him a lot of flack about it. But
I unsubscribe. I unsubscribe to him. Honestly, I just stay away from that. I try to stay away from that drama crap on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, so did I. When all the drama started between, these different quote unquote guns, and of course, I know we're kind of getting into a little political stuff here, but when it comes down to drama, I'm going to stay away. And if y'all, if other YouTubers are going to start, calling out other YouTubers on the things that they're doing or whatever, blah, this and that, it's like, you know what, man, I'm just going to not pay attention to anybody.
And that's so goddamn ridiculous that they call everybody shills and fuds and whatever other fucking crap.
It's becoming very juvenile, very.
It really is.
Behavior.
Yeah, and that's why my subscription count has just started dropping. And Wes Covina said $500 of shirts. That doesn't fit. What it is the different sizes and everything to get that whole order in. It's going to be about $500
for 50 shirts. So it's about $10 a shirt for me to order. $8 is the baseline for like a large, and I wear an XL. So once you start getting the XL and higher, that the price does go up a little bit. But you figure about $20, $25 a shirt, which is about what you pay for shirts anywhere else on the internet. I looked around.
Yeah, that's standard price.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what you have to, and then you can order as many as you want. But as long as I get 50 orders, we'd they'll go. But if I don't get, and they can be different styles. You know, I might have to lose a little bit of money there. I don't care. We can do the different styles. You know, if you want like 3 or 4 of this one, 3 or 4 of that one. Glad to do them, but until I get 50 paid orders, it ain't gonna happen. The thing that sucks about that is I don't know how to set it up to where people can pay ahead, and then if it doesn't go after a month, I'd be able to return the money to them because I don't want to, you know, cheat people out of their money and then I'm not get what they
Yeah,
have.
not
We just PayPal.
Yeah, I mean PayPal
Right.
just leave it set there.
Well, West Community College says just say most of us are a little bigger than average. Leftovers will be small. Well, that's the thing on this one. I can order so whatever the orders are that come in. You know, if somebody orders small, I can say I want 2 smalls, I want 3 mediums, or I want 10 large or 50 extra large. Whatever. I can order different numbers for different sizes. Thing of it is each shirt they all got to be the same color, or else you got to do a different order with them. And when you start changing colors, the price starts changing too. And if you don't have a certain minimum order of one particular style, they start charging a little bit extra. They don't give you the bulk discount, which I'd be all right with as long as you know we had the 50 orders, because the bulk discount only like $1 or $2 difference. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, I'll reiterate, you know, once we get to 50. So if you want one, email me and everybody get paid up, and then I'll try to figure out a way to where people can get their money back if it doesn't run. Or
Like I said, just PayPal it. That way you can just leave it there, and then you can just refund to the people that need to. You know.
PayPal is also how I do my holster business too. So we'd have to.
Oh yeah, you'd have to keep. Yeah, you'd probably.
We'll figure it out in the long run, but yeah, I mean, if you're interested, you can comment here or comment or send me an email. And like I said, 50 orders. It doesn't have to be 50 people. It's just got to be 50 shirts. We'll make a run of it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be start making. I got a video of this. I'm going to be start opening my own little merchandise shop, selling some stuff. And here's one of the prototypes for the ball bag that I started. I'm going to be making right here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's overpunched, it's oversized the holes for that. So I'll be selling these for about $10 a piece. That covers shipping and everything. But this, like I said, this is just a prototype, and it closes up. I didn't punch that last hole like I was supposed to. It's like I said, it's the prototype. But here's a whole bunch of 50 caliber balls. I mean, right, 50 cal. Right. I shoot mostly round balls, so. Yeah. That's a lot of balls.
That's what she said.
Yes, that is what a lot of my ex's girlfriends have said.
Sure. I know you're full of shit.
Hey.
I'm getting tired because shit's starting to go downhill.
Hey, dude. Most men have balls of steel. I have balls of lead.
That's a good thing they're only 50 cal.
Oh, I could go maybe go get the 54 cals.
I got 75 cals, man. Don't even try to compete.
Oh wow, I can actually get more in here now. Hold on.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes away.
George Gooding says, I've never had PayPal, don't know nothing about it. I've got a credit card for online use only. you can pay through PayPal using your credit card. So PayPal is kind of like an online checkbook. So you can pay through that. You can order through it. It's real easy to set up. You just got to give them credit card info so that they have a place to charge or send money to if you receive money. And actually, it's basically like wiring money, and you can do it real quick and immediate.
Yeah, just so you know, everyone knows, I counted. This was holding 250 caliber, 50 caliber round balls in here. Most of them's in here now.
Well, if you're gonna shake that around for all, mute your microphone while you're doing it.
Sorry, but yeah, I think for $10 you're getting a pretty good deal because you can throw that in your shooter bag and shoot literally all day.
Right.
I just gotta make them better quality. I mean, that's it. So I mean, for like I said, $10 that gets you shipping and everything.
There's my balls, buddy.
I mean, but yeah, that's 75.
This is actually 69. I've got bigger ones. I just don't know where they're at, but that's compared to my thumb.
Yeah.
This is what the standard Brown Bess musket fired for the military load was a 69 caliber round ball. So that's what goes with paper cartridges.
50 cal compared to my thumb.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying. I mean, if it holds almost 250 50 caliber round balls, how many you think it would hold for 36 or 44? You know.
Oh, it holds plenty.
Yeah, you could probably load that thing up, cast and load it up. Now, when you get past 50 cal, I don't know how much it'll hold, but I know I could put all of the 20 that I was shooting made for Michael there, and there's still more room for the 54. And I was shooting for these conicals, so I mean, all this right here that I was going to ship to you, Michael. That's 20, right there. I just haven't put them in the box yet. I got all your stuff right there in one spot. It just filled it up to right here for the 54. So 54 round ball, they don't take up as much space because they're so.
All right. So I'm going to say we're going to have to start winding it down here because I'm about to fall asleep.
All right.
It's getting close to 11 o'clock. We're not going to do the freaking 6-hour live chat again.
Oh, I can't do that. I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah. And I think most of the guys have signed off on here. I think we still got West Covina. So, so for just kind of reiteration, yeah, if you want to do shirts, email me. If you're interested in a holster, email me. And then if I don't know, I forgot what I was going to say. I must be getting tired. Anyway, so next week we will have the live show, same time, same place, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, right here on Frazier's Raiders. And we'll see who we get for guests. I imagine Jeremy and Michael will be on. They're kind of the staples around this place now. I don't remember who I said I was going to have earlier. Plowboy. I was going to try to get Plowboy on here next week. Jeremy said about West Covina, so we might try to get West Covina on here in the next couple of weeks.
You said something about Blackie.
Evil Willie. Yeah, Blackie. Only it was Blackie. I think we're going to have to do a special time for him, but I haven't heard back from him yet, so I don't know if he got mad because I didn't get back to him for over a month or we'll see.
I mean, that's what I mean. That's up to him. I mean, he can be mad all he wants. He can get mad in the same, glad in the same pants he got mad in.
Well, somebody said something too, but he was not. I think it was him that was talking about he wasn't feeling very well, so he might not be around to get my message. But anyway, I reached out to him, so yeah, we might do something special on the thing if he wants to go live on that. And like to get Santee back on here, but I think Santee pretty much said if we're going to do it, we're going to do it like a special one. We'll have to do it on Saturday because I don't think he's available during the work week, which makes sense. Everybody's got different schedules. Just so happens that Wednesday is my Saturday or my Friday night, so I can screw around all Wednesday I want until I get tired.
And I do one on Friday. Me and Michael will do one on Fridays.
Right.
Oh God, I just remember what we're gonna have to name it this week. Crap.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, don't write it out like it's spelled. Use a number 4, then space, then skin, then Friday.
I am. Oh God.
At least you didn't get it called something like Blue Waffle. Blue Waffle Wednesday.
Oh.
Oh God, I must be tired. Shit's starting to really go downhill.
Yeah. It has to be. You have to be. But no, ours is after Georgia Shooting Connection ends, which is about 9:30ish my time.
Right. And I should be around unless I completely pass out and fall asleep, in which case I'll catch you guys later. But, yeah, so the last few minutes here, just to reiterate, somebody asked and thanks for the email address. I will add that down in the description box just as soon as we get done here, providing it lets me do it because sometimes it wants to process for it to let me upload it. Or but I'll spell it out here for you. It's DukeFrazierProductions, and Duke, the D is capitalized, the F is capitalized, the P is capitalized, at gmail.com. And like I said, I'll put that down there in the description box below after the live chat gets done here. So if you want to email me on the shirts, do so. Just say how many shirts you want and stuff. And then if there's enough people, I'll tell you how to prepay for that once I get 50 people that are interested. And then once we get 50 shirts that are paid for, I'll order them. If you want a holster, same email. That's where we do the holster business from, or Facebook page.
Just let him know which one you're ordering for, because he'll forget.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad memory. And then Jeremy hosts a live chat Friday night. So if you're not familiar with Jeremy's live chat, Friday night it's about 8:00 my time, about the same time this one airs, isn't it? Jeremy.
About, yeah.
Okay, so Friday nights, sometimes I'm over there. So Michael and Jeremy are over there. They have their live chat. And Michael, you don't host your own, do you?
No, I used to do a live chat on Tuesdays, but because I'm only working with my mobile phone after YouTube did their whole change, and you can't do live streams from a mobile device unless you have more than 1,000 subscribers. I haven't been able to do any live streams myself, or at least host them. However, I've been a guest on your live stream and Jeremy's live stream, as well as the Georgia Shooting Connection on Friday nights, which is hosted by the Reloading Press, or JH586. If you're not familiar with those guys, definitely check them out. On Saturdays, Uncle Jim, which is the name of the channel, he hosts a Saturday night live stream that generally goes very, very late. He runs.
They goes 8 hours.
Yeah, for about 6 to 8 hours. And on Sundays, the Crazy Scotsman hosts and another YouTuber that goes by Alan B Pro. They host a Sunday night roundtable live chat on Sundays. Usually around, I believe they're going on about 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And they, well, I mean, sometimes it gets a little political, but they generally talk about just Pro 2A stuff, gun stuff, reloading stuff. They're just good, solid members of the YouTube gun community, and really appreciate it if you guys check them out.
Which YouTube is trying wholeheartedly to kill.
Yep.
Oh, Duke, I think I might have figured out why so many of the cap and ball YouTubers are being oh, he's not there. I'll tell you, then I'll say it again. Are being demonetized on their cap and ball videos.
Why is that?
YouTube considers this. You pour the powder in there, and you put the ball in there, and then you use this to send it down as manufacturing ammunition.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why my paper cart, because that's what they tried. They tried that with me on one of my videos, and I'm not even monetized. And they said this falls under manufacturing of ammunition. I'm like, but it's not ammunition. If I was showing you how to make paper cartridges, that would be ammunition. This is just loading the gun. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how it was done right. So I'm thinking that if we stop just saying, okay, tell them how you do it. Don't tell them like any powder charge that you're using or anything, because that falls under manufacturing of ammo as well.
Right. Yeah, I was afraid that they was going to use that excuse to start demonetizing us and sons of bitches.
So if you notice, that's why I'm not been saying. I've just been saying this is a 5460. Look up black powder cartridges history for that, so you know what my powder charge is. Or
I'm on Gunstreamer now, so I'm going to start doing my reloading videos and stuff over there on Gunstreamer because
I haven't got any videos up over there. I don't think. I think that's.
Well, the thing of it is, with Gunstreamer, is you connect your YouTube account, they automatically upload everything from your YouTube when it goes live right on over to theirs. So I didn't have to do any uploading or anything. I just signed up, told them connect, and then like 2 days later, all my videos were already on Gunstreamer.
Let me look that up real quick.
All right, so I'm going to shut it off. So for everybody, good night. We will catch you next week at 8 o'clock, and that's Mountain Time. And we'll see who we've got on. Maybe we'll have Plowboys Ghost, and of course we'll have Michael and Jeremy again. So anyway, everybody have a good night. We'll catch you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.